What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the Monday Scaries Holmes episode.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone.
Monday Scaries home. Sorry.
Holmes.
Brian, would you say Revenge of the Fifth?
Revenge of the Fifth essay.
Ooh.
Or you could say Revenge of the Sixth too. If it's
That's
there.
what I thought too. I was like, wait, they could make that work for the sixth too.
Well,
I
it
like
would make
it.
sense. May the 4th and like Revenge of the Sith is like the third movie. So
My
2
favorite
days
thing. Have y'all ever seen Zach and Mary make a porno?
Yes.
Where Craig Robinson gets all excited. He goes, in Revenge of the Shit, the all anal final chapter. And nobody's agreeing with him. And he's like, fuck you guys. I'm going home.
Well, that's a way to start the show.
Right? Star Wars.
Modelo's and
Tacos.
for everyone. We
I don't
did
want-
have
Hey, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, I had to bring this out.
Just completely out of left field.
I just wanted to bring this out, bring this to everyone's attention. We could talk about this franchise or the first one.
Is that the only Spanish movie you have?
You know what? Actually, think so. Wait, I feel like I have to have another one. I know I do. Oh, I do. I have 2 others. I have Thesis and Open Your Eyes. So see, I'm cultured.
Okay. All right.
The
And-
only
and-
movie you should be watching on Cinco de Mayo is Blood In, Blood Out.
No, Nacho Libre. Only true.
Libre.
Blood in, blood out, dude. You just brought me back with that.
Right?
Well, Santa Sangre,
Like a
isn't that?
3-hour movie.
That's like an Italian Spanish movie or something like that.
Santa Sangre. Yeah, that counts.
It counts.
Yeah.
Isn't it technically an Italian movie though? I don't even know.
No, I think it's a Spanish movie.
Is it a Spanish movie? Movie's a trip, by the way.
Listen,
The next
you
Friday
drop
count.
pieces. That's all that matters.
Who?
Yeah, Pieces. Yeah, there you go.
Haven't
Yeah.
seen that one.
Yeah,
I know
Pieces.
Steven's going for a 4K. He wants it so bad.
Every week, I'm trying to manifest this to actually happen.
Hey, I'm the same way with Grindhouse releasing Evil Dead, so we're,
All right,
we're, all,
let's-
we're all going
let's-
for something.
Let's just see who or which film comes out first in 4K from Grindhouse.
It's crazy to me that Santa Sangre on IMDb countries of origin Mexico, Italy. How the hell?
Yeah, because I thought, isn't it an Italian director? Isn't Jordowski or whatever his name is?
Let's see.
Is he Chilean?
No, he was born in Chile.
Chile, yeah.
Well, then that thing's a melting pot of a film. It must be.
I did not know that.
We could do a watch along watching Holy Mountain. Have you guys seen that?
Oh,
El
yeah,
Chapo?
Isn't
We-
that coming to 4K? Didn't that just get announced?
I think so.
It
Is
did.
it
I remember
is it
seeing that.
Umbrella? Is Umbrella the one releasing it?
I think
I don't know.
so. It sounds familiar.
So I
I can
googled.
totally see Umbrella doing it.
I googled movies to watch on Cinco de Mayo. We have Coco,
Nacho Libre. Coco. That's a
Nacho,
good movie.
Selena, Frida, The Mask of Zorro,
Amelia Perez.
Amelia Perez. Let's see what else. There's more Nacho Libre. Oh, you can watch Mask of Zorro, or Desperado,
Desperado. Man on Fire.
Man on Fire.
That takes place in Mexico City.
I was gonna say I'll watch Machete.
Well, I was going to
Hold on.
say,
What
see,
about
that's
Planet
another one.
Terror? What about Planet Terror?
Yeah, you can do
An
Planet.
extension of that.
Or how about Wreck?
I've only seen that. It's
He's trying to push this so hard.
It's a
It's
great
the third
movie, guys. The
Wreck.
first one is.
It's the third wreck, the one with the bride.
Yeah, on the cruise ship.
No, it's not a cruise ship, is it?
No, the fourth one. It's on a cruise ship. The third one's
I just remember seeing that poster thinking I have to watch this movie, whatever it is, and I did not like any of it, but she looked cool as hell.
The first one, I think, I love.
It reminds me of what's that game? Lollipop Chainsaw Hooker?
What?
Is that what that's
What
called?
games are you playing, Chris?
Yeah, what game are you
Come on, nobody knows.
No.
called
I've never heard. Do you guys remember the game? It was like
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Okay. It came out on the PlayStation 1. It's like the rarest game out there, and it's called like LSD. I think that's what it's called. It's a PlayStation 1 game. And the whole game is like supposed to be an LSD trip. Pretty sure that's what it's called.
Oh, somebody asked us, does the good, bad, the good, the bad, and the ugly take place in Mexico?
Dude, funny story.
I
I
don't
just
know.
watched that for the first time last night, and I had to stop it after like 15 minutes. I couldn't do it no more.
What couldn't you do?
The silence.
It's been a long time since I've seen any of the Dollars trilogies.
I'm not really the biggest Western fan, but that really didn't. I don't know. I tried.
The only Western I love is, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, The Proposition with Guy Pearce and what's his other name?
Unforgiven is top Western for me. For
You
sure.
don't like Bone Tomahawk? I think that's a great one.
Never seen it.
Oh yeah. Bone Tomahawk's great.
Yeah, but I think my favorite's Tombstone by far.
The Quick and the Dead.
So The Proposition was directed by the guy who made another great one, Lawless, with Shia LaBeouf. And Tom
yeah.
Cruise.
Okay, I remember.
I've seen that one.
It's been forever since I saw that.
That's a good one, man. Somehow Tom Hardy gets away with just playing the same character over and over and over again. And I'm not even upset about it.
What's your favorite Tom Hardy movie?
Oh,
The Bike Riders.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
Are we talking? Okay, favorite Tom Hardy movie or Tom Hardy role?
Oh, let's start with movie. Then I want to hear role.
I swear to God, if you mention Venom,
The
He's
best
like,
role ever. I like him sitting in the lobster fish tank. It's the best scene.
That's a hard one, actually. Trying to think of Tom. Like he's been in so much stuff.
Yeah, The
I
Bike Riders.
think one of my favorite characters, and I love the story, the family storyline between him. Well, the Warriors or Warrior.
Oh, Warrior, yeah.
Yeah, Warrior.
Yeah, Nick Nolte, dude. That scene where he just, when they're sitting in the hotel room, and he just rips into Nick Nolte's character.
Shot in partly in Atlantic City.
Yeah, such a good movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like you said, The Bike Riders affair. I do love Lawless. I thought he had a great role in Peaky Blinders as well.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, Bronson was a great role.
wasn't he in Dunkirk too?
Yeah, he was.
Fighter
Didn't
pilot.
he have like
He was
a
the pilot? He was like covered the whole time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was kind of like just a cameo type role.
Yeah,
if
but there's that excellent shot of him standing in front of the burning plane.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's like the most famous shot from that movie.
It's
Yeah.
great. Like Open Range, it's a lot like Unforgiven.
Wasn't Open Range directed by Kevin Costner?
Mhm.
Kevin Costner.
When I saw Open Range, that made me think, what was that? Oh, Home on the Range. I was like, you're talking about that cow animated movie? Home on the Range.
This
Never
is-
mind, wrong movie.
I think it's Kevin Costner and what's the older guy's name from Days of Thunder?
Hmm.
I have no clue.
Come on.
It's like right in my.
Yeah, I have it off the tip of my tongue. It's
All right, I'm gonna.
I was gonna say, just pull out your phone.
Yeah, but we gotta look, man. We gotta work the brain, dude. It's the only way.
Well, while you're doing that,
that's
I
gonna
met
bug.
Tom Hardy at a jiu-jitsu tournament. He was really good at grappling, competes a good bit. That's pretty cool.
What
Oh,
about
Robert
Fury
Duvall.
Road?
That's his name.
Did you
Okay.
guys like Fury Road?
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Fury Road is probably my favorite Tom Hardy movie and my favorite Tom Hardy role. I just find it fun because he's the only role he's normal in.
And
Have
what?
you ever seen This Means War?
Mm-mm.
oh yeah.
Is it good?
I liked it.
My wife
think
loves
it's
that
fun.
movie.
It's a fun like action movie.
Yeah, I'm looking at his. I'm just going through his IMDb to see if anything that I forgot about might have popped up.
He's in a new movie coming out. I think it's a Netflix movie, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like a which one?
Havoc.
Is that where it's kind of like a John Wick type movie?
It's the director of The Raid.
Right. I've heard.
Ray, that's what it is, dude. I want to see that. Is that
I
out
have
yet?
one friend
Yeah.
who swears by it, and everyone else I've ever talked to says it's garbage. I have not seen it yet, but
Oh, he was really good in Legend, where he played the Cray twins.
I saw that once.
Yeah, that was a good.
Did
one.
you see the movie where he played? What's the guy's name? Scarface is his character.
Oh, Capone.
Capone.
Yeah,
himself the whole time.
it was.
Hit himself the whole time.
I don't know. That movie didn't really.
That was a
keep me like that.
long-winded movie. I'll say that.
Yeah.
From
Was it one of
the same director of Fantastic Four Stick. That was his comeback movie.
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
Yeah, Chronicle. Yeah, he was in. I forget he was in the he was in the Revenant.
Have y'all ever seen Rock and Roller?
Yeah, I have.
No.
Guy Ritchie movie. He plays Handsome Bob. He plays a gay character trying to hook up with Gerard Butler the whole time.
Speaking of Guy Ritchie, I just watched the Ungentlemanly Warfare movie.
That one's surprisingly good.
I enjoy that one.
Did y'all hear he's attached to direct the sequel to Roadhouse? Like the sequel to the sequel.
Mm-hmm. And you were very upset about
it. I miss Guy Ritchie doing Guy Ritchie movies. I don't want to see him doing Aladdin and Roadhouse. I want to see him doing The Gentleman. And
what about Wrath of Man?
Wrath of Man was good. I'll be honest. When I first saw Wrath of Man, when I saw the trailer, I thought the trailer looked like SWAT 2 straight to DVD. I was like, what is this? And then I actually saw the movie and was like, wow.
Yeah. What's that war movie that he did in that run?
Never saw it.
That was me and Brian were talking about it. And it's the one, isn't that the one where with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Gyllenhaal, yeah. I've never seen it. Me and Jordan
he goes back to rescue his translator or something like that. That was a good movie.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie's got such a scattered. I mean, I want him to do a third Sherlock Holmes.
They're doing a third Sherlock Holmes, but not with him.
Damn it.
It's directed by Dexter Fletcher, who did
Rocket Man?
Yep.
And partially directed
Eddie the Eagle, and he
mostly directed the Queen.
Okay, it was The Covenant.
Bryan Singer.
The Covenant, yeah, that's right.
Singer.
Yeah, Bryan.
You know, he's an actor too. He was in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he was Soup.
Oh, you know what? He did The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
He did that.
The one with Henry Cavill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Arrow just put out a release, I think, last year.
Yeah, I heard
last year, the year before. Yeah, Arrow put it, which I thought was a weird error of release at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think The Man from U.N.C.L.E. has a very prestigious, it's a very prestigious name, even though it was a remake. It has such a classy with the TV show, and it's kind of like the 007.
Did you guys see it?
Yeah. I own it on Blu-ray.
I think it's a good kind of spy type movie.
Okay.
It's fun. I'm just really not an Armie Hammer fan, like at all. I don't like Armie Hammer.
Wasn't he like talking about like eating someone?
Yeah.
I don't like
had like some weird fantasy,
yeah,
being a cannibal or something like that. He was in what was that Disney movie he was in? Lone Ranger.
Yeah, goes from wasn't awesome. Okay. Armie Hammer at one point wasn't he supposed to? Oh my gosh, wasn't he supposed to be Batman for George Miller's Justice League at one point?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
Now he's like Hannibal Lecter.
Bro, could you imagine if we've got that? Megan Fox was supposed to be Wonder Woman.
I mean, better actress than
Gal Gadot. Yeah, but that is true. But in Gal Gadot, you think so?
Somebody said, I saw somebody commented on the picture of Gal Gadot getting her star, and someone was like, "For what?"
Bro, honestly, she was the worst part of that movie.
Lone Ranger. I liked Johnny Depp's character. He was pretty good in that movie.
That movie was so bad.
It wasn't the best, but it was a fun movie. I mean,
what happened to Gore Verbinski, man? He
I feel like there are some directors who are meant to do one thing and then they can't, like, his thing was Pirates. He did the first 3 Pirates and it was like,
did he do A Cure for Wellness?
He did A Cure for Wellness, which is
but that wasn't very good.
Yeah, that movie's fantastic.
No, it's not.
It gets a little.
It doesn't touch the Pirates though.
It gets a little crazy in the third act, but
he did The Ring too, didn't he? Or
yeah. Oh, that's right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he did The Ring. It's funny. He's like every time.
He also did. Speaking of Cinco de Mayo, he did The Mexican.
Oh, with Brad Pitt, right?
With Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts.
I always forget that Ring remake had a very prestigious crew behind it. Gore Verbinski and then Hans Zimmer.
Oh, you know what else he did is Rango.
He did do Ringo, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, the animated Johnny Depp?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rango movie?
Do you guys think The Ring aged well? Speaking of
I've
which,
been wanting to revisit it, to be honest, so I don't know.
The Ring? I just watched it the other day. It wasn't, it was good. I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
Do any of y'all have the Steelbook that's like the VHS?
No, I have
The
the
Ring?
Scream Factory box set. That's the only one I have.
I want to get I want to get that 4K because I really like the Steelbook VHS thing that they did.
Get the Steelbook, like the nice chunky box they came out with.
The one with all 3 movies?
No, there's a so it's like the Steelbook, but like the UK does their collector's editions with the Steelbook in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wait, did you guys notice that on Orbit, the Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook is on clearance? It's $35, the ultimate set.
Shut up. I'll go order it right now if that's the case.
Yeah, it's $34
Hold on
under clearance.
Hold on, Chris. You remember how we were talking about
Jordan, that's $35 you could be saving for something else.
No, you know what got a huge price jump, which is ridiculous, but the second one, Jurassic Park, the Steelbooks, the new one, is $94 on Amazon right now.
Wow.
Where to God. But the Jurassic World is still $64. But only the first 3 jumped up $30.
Didn't they announce that it's like a brand new? Didn't they fix all the issues with the previous ones?
I didn't know there was any issues, but this new one has Dolby Vision where the other one doesn't have Dolby Vision. And apparently it has Dolby Atmos. But it's $94 freaking on Amazon right now.
Paul posted about
it. When you said the Nightmare on Elm Street, you're talking about the
I'm talking about the one you already have. That's why I was
you already have.
I don't know why I thought I was thinking of like the 7-movie Steelbook. I'm like, dude, I would buy that right now.
Nothing.
For anybody listening, the UK Steelbook Deluxe release is $34.99 right now.
This one.
Yeah, the one that we paid $70 for is $34.99 on Orbit. It's still available, right?
I feel like they just had too many. Like they overproduced it. It has to be.
That's my biggest fear with did any of y'all order the Lethal Weapon box?
No.
I did, and my biggest fear is crap. If next year they release all 4 in like one, like they're doing Nightmare, I'm gonna be pissed.
Well, they had the standard release too for it, right? For Lethal Weapon. I might just grab that.
I pre-ordered the big box from the UK.
I thought about getting it because it has the director's cut, which my Blu-ray only has the theatrical cut.
I didn't order it, but I do. I got it coming in.
That's when June, right?
You got a review of it, huh?
I think it's June.
Okay, that seems like a good summer movie, right?
Is there a big difference between the director's cut of it? Oh, it's
I think I've only seen the regular cut of the movie.
8 minutes, it's an 8-minute difference.
Maybe we get a longer intro with the naked chick before she jumps off the roof.
It just loops her on the. I'm actually thinking about getting because I do like that movie. I'm thinking about getting the Alexander 4K from Shout Factory.
That looks good.
I bet it's gonna look amazing on 4K. Like I really bet it's gonna look amazing on 4K. I just don't. I got to rewatch it. I got it on DVD, but
I have it on Blu-ray.
I just pre-ordered Abigail. I went with the Scream Factory. I know Brian, you got the
I got the Turbine one, but I only got that because I didn't know Shout. I probably would have done the Shout because
isn't that Turbine one like $30?
Flimsy as shit.
Yeah, but like you said, it was only $40 to $30 or $40 to ship, which is not bad.
I remember it was super cheap.
Yeah, it was $43 total after shipping, so it's basically the same price. But this side slip, which I like, is like flimsy-ish crap.
That reminds me of the 101 films, like the Black Label side slips.
But I will say the artwork on the back is fire.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the banner on it, which I'm totally cool with. So I'm happy with this edition, but I will be doing a side-by-side soon. I don't think there's much of a difference. Jordan, the pictures I sent you were wrong, by the way.
Yeah, is that why I was messing up? Because you kept asking me which is the 4K and the Blu-ray, and I was like, "This is 4K." Are you kidding me?
So, but
I almost deleted my YouTube channel after that.
I've watched this like 4 times. I feel like this movie gets better every time I watch it.
It's
Is anyone picking up What Lies Beneath? Doesn't that come out?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Dude, funny story. I went to go pick that up today and forgot it was Monday.
It comes out tomorrow, right?
It comes out tomorrow, but I'm watching Q's new video or his haul video from like a day or so ago, and I see he has it in hand. I literally pause Q's video, look online. Oh, Movie Trading Company has it. Go to the store, and I'm like, "Hey, do y'all have it?" The guy goes, "Tomorrow, bro." I'm like, Monday.
Hey, real quick, I want to talk about that. I just saw someone put this up.
The big bundle.
Which one? Yeah, are you talking about the one with the bobblehead?
Look, Jordan's having trouble lifting it.
Is he talking about the incredibly fantastic, worth every penny new 4K release of Rihanna?
And that's what I've been telling everyone. This one right here.
Oh,
I'm telling you, it's.
I'm about to watch it after I hop off on here.
It's amazing. Looks phenomenal.
If you need like reassurance, go watch Planet CHH's video. He was blown away.
Oh, I was watching that earlier.
I was telling you, like the reagent, like the way it in like the dark scenes in the morgue at the end, the way it contrasts, it looks amazing, and the special features too.
When the morgue fills with smoke, it looks incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you see, I know Chase put up side by side photos, and the difference is ridiculous. Just in those photos taken from his phone on the TV.
Yeah, no, I saw
you see all the colors really pop.
And you don't have to get the expensive one. You can just get.
I got the 51 inch. So was the slipcover really $50?
Oh.
Wait, they were only charging like $15 less for just a slipcover one?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I was so.
I mean, I saw it and I knew I was going to get the hard box anyway. But
is it so good? Does it make you want to buy a prosthetic head?
Yeah,
the head giving head.
Let's see. Ignite Films.
How much was the well, mine I think wasn't it like 80.
Oh yeah, it was $49.95 for the standard edition.
Oh dude, yeah.
And then the collector's edition that we got was $80.
Do you think another label's
Dustin, you should have got that other one, man.
Can I say that for this release coming from, I would say like less of a bigger company, and then Grindhouse knocking it out of the park with the Beyond. Both companies did a really nice job with these box sets. For the Beyond and Reanimator.
Oh, dude, that's why I put in my video that came out today. But I mean, those two, I can see these two making it for releases of the year easily.
For sure.
I think now the bar is so high. So if you're a label that's never done anything like this, you have to go to that next level in order to keep up. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Are you just trying to say that if they ship a 4K and like a standard mailer, that's not going to cut it?
Jordan will be really mad at him.
I won't be mad if it doesn't show up damaged. I will say that. But like I said, I ordered a Silver Bullet, which I have right here.
It's so good.
From Amazon for the Scream Factory sale, and it showed up in a box.
Oh, nice.
You lucked out.
And well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, you guys can do that. Come on, other companies, I won't say their name out loud, can do that.
Darkroom Reviews asked about the Arrow edition. The Blu-ray for like the physical release of the Arrow 4K, the Arrow Blu-ray was cool, especially because it was like super early Arrow, so it had like, flimsier box and stuff. The Blu-ray and the 4K visual experience is totally different. Like it's a whole different experience. It was the Blu-ray was super flat. There was barely. I mean,
it looked kind of muted, like for the color.
Yeah, it's very desaturated. The 4K just brings out, and I'm not even a 4K reviewer, and I'm saying this. It brought out so much depth to it, and the color range. It's incredibly impressive what they did. Very impressive.
Man,
I'm pulling up.
I'm so excited to watch
pictures on it.
Yeah, and then if you here's what I don't get. There's so many 4K releases that are not approved by anybody involved with the film, right? And people don't ever question it. This one comes out and it's approved by Brian Usna, who outside of Stuart Gordon is the closest person you're going to find to this film alive today, and he approved it. So it's got to be accurate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm going to share my screen real quick. So I want to show you guys something. There you go. Pictures? So that's the 4K. Oh, whoops.
No,
that's
you hit the wrong arrow.
Get out of here.
Wrong arrow.
There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that Blu-ray.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the 4K.
Yeah. Go to
like night and day.
Look at the next one.
Yeah, the next. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
That's such a good shot.
These pictures were taken on a phone, so but yeah, there you go. Crazy, dude.
That picture just kind of like the second one really kind of dialed it in for me. I was like, wow, that's a pretty significant
it looks
difference.
Great. I didn't have the Blu-ray, so I didn't really notice a big difference. I mean, obviously, because I didn't have anything to compare it to. But
even the Blu-ray, the restoration of the integral cut looks great, because I actually like the integral cut. People don't. It's a little longer. It includes like some of the TV scenes.
The integral. Did they just have that on just the Blu-ray?
It's on the second Blu-ray. You'll see it's on the Blu-ray that's behind the tray, like the top disc on the right.
Okay.
That's the integral cut.
So what's the difference? Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
It's I want to say it's bless you, Brian. I want to say it's a half hour longer. It's a little like slower. It's okay. So the regular cut's 86 minutes and the integral cut's 105 minutes.
Got it.
It's like 20 minutes longer.
Dustin in the chat was mentioning
what's up, Jeff?
From Beyond. Did you guys which version did you guys get for it? Did you guys go with Vinegar Syndrome or 88?
I went with the 88 because I wanted all the special packaging because I liked it better, and I think it has a higher, bigger disc.
I have the Vinegar Syndrome.
Same. I just was curious if there was like a big difference in the two.
Is the 88?
What do you think, Brian?
Still available?
You're welcome, Dustin. That's like literally one of my favorite 88 like releases, like From Beyond.
One of my favorite memories with Brian is his comparison pics that he sent me from Beyond.
The ones I couldn't show on.
I know what you're talking about.
I got more, dude. I got more 88 in today, and then more tomorrow coming in. I got Night Train Murders coming in tomorrow.
Oh, Brian, don't do this to me. I haven't got mine yet.
Mine comes in tomorrow. It's supposed to come in today. I got Seed People in today. So I gotta
watch that artwork is so good,
bro. It's so dope. It's got this like holographic thing to it. I was expecting it to be a slip cover, but it's like a side box.
I like it.
Damn.
And everything.
That's the only thing that I'm kind of. I feel like it's obviously not going to be the same style with the full moon box set, but that's as a standalone release. That's very, very nice.
Because this was it was funny. I was talking to Jordan earlier. I was like, the full moon Blu-ray of this is like $8 on Amazon right now.
Yeah, it's always in like the when I go on Blu-ray.com under deals, it's always under lowest price.
Yeah, but I think it's just a standard. Like 88 thrives in packaging. I feel like, and to give it like a kind of a not a chunky box, but like a mini chunky box.
It's nice.
It's nice.
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
I see you. 88 Films. I see you.
How long does it take for you to get shipments from them? Like ship time?
I can tell you right now. Hang on.
For who?
From 88 Films.
It takes about a week because it's got to ship. It usually stays in Chicago for like 3 or 4 days with customs, which sucks.
Yeah.
It usually takes about a week though.
Chris, I wanted to show you this. I just got this in the other day.
Oh, dude,
that's sick.
It's so good, isn't it?
Like I said, I told you guys, this gives the Quartet of Torment a run for its money. Definitely, at least in packaging.
So what comes in that one?
So you get the first 3. You get the Clive Barker Legacy. It's all right there. You get a really nice booklet.
The book is the same, I found out.
Oh, is it? Okay. But what I got this for was those the documentary. They have some cuts from the documentary that isn't in Quartet of Torment.
That release, I remember when I got that. That was like the first time I'd ever really spent a ton of money on a release, and it wasn't even a ton. I think I spent like $125 at the time, and I got at the time I bought the Region B one, which was fine. But People were selling that for like $300, $400. I mean, you still go on eBay. There's some listed for like $300, $400. It's just amazing how something that at one point was so prized and everybody wanted it, but nobody could really afford it because of the secondary market, is now like $50 on Facebook Marketplace because nobody gives a shit.
Well, because of the new one that came out, because they added the 4th movie in 4K.
Yeah. Dustin said he got the Severin of Night Train Murders, which is a great release.
You know, I was contemplating A Blade in the Dark because I know Severin, but I know 88, but I'm leaning towards the Severance because from what I can, does it have more in the Severin release or is it pretty comparable?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's
not Severin. I'm sorry, Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah.
I don't know. I know I am thinking about ditching my Severin Blu-rays of Absurd and Anthropophagus to get the 88 films 4Ks.
I'm supposed to get some, and I don't know when though, but I know I'm supposed to be getting those in to actually review, so I'm excited for those.
Because I know Movie Room has them, so I want to.
Dude, the 88 films one are so nice.
Super crazy classic set of the UG screen.
Listen, cool. I'm gonna finally make it public. I enjoy, after frequent rewatches, Scream 3 more than Scream 2.
I'm not gonna argue that.
Yeah,
Scream 3 is really good.
Scream 3 is a ton of fun, and I feel like bashing it is like the cool kids thing to do. Scream 2 is incredibly overrated, in my opinion.
I think it's so funny.
Scream 4, I think, is still one of my favorites.
I do love.
It goes 1, 4, 2, 3, 3. I got to rewatch them, but it goes 1.
I think it's hilarious. Larissa and I were watching Scream 2 the other day, and Jada Pinkett Smith is on the cover of Scream 2.
And she dies.
However, she dies like in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
I feel like
Scary Movie 2 ruined that for me.
So that's what I was telling my wife.
When they are passing the knife.
Dude, I can't take the beginning of Scream 2 serious because of Scary Movie 2.
Right.
Yeah. Well, when I die when I watch it and she walks up in front of everybody and she decides to walk up there and dies. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. And the more I watch them, the more I like the Scream 5 and 6. Like, I think
I have yet to see Scream 5 and 6. My Scream kind of stopped at Wes Craven.
I'm with Brian. I've seen the 5th one, but that's the furthest I've seen. I haven't seen 6.
I think a lot of it's mostly because of Radio Silence. Like, they're just really good. They're really good directors.
I want to see 5 just because of Radio Silence, to be honest, because I love Abigail and I love Ready or Not. So,
they did both.
To give 5
and 6.
Who?
They did 5 and 6.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, they did both.
Is anybody hitting up Blockbuster? I don't know. I might.
I'm not interested. I'd rather spend my money on actual movies this time around.
Honestly. I got my own box sets.
I'd rather spend my money on Brian's box sets.
There you go. I know Brian. I saw one that Brian's working on that I'm like dying for right now.
Which one?
You know, the Pirates.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah,
you need to let me know when that comes out. Oh my gosh, dude. That's so nice. The side reminds me of like what Arrow does, like with the Critters box set.
Oh, really?
I don't know when I saw it.
Yeah, with the title, like
that's what it reminds me of.
And I don't have Salazar's Revenge on here for you.
Thank you.
So Brian, are you doing a box like that for Jurassic Park?
I am actually. It's gonna be this is a 5 movie box. It'll be a 3 movie. One. Actually, no, it'll be a 6 movie. I'm sorry, it'll be a 6 movie.
Good. Okay. All right.
Are you gonna be doing the Doors thing you were talking about?
Oh, so the Doors one's for the VHS.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. That one's not ready yet. I got to get more materials just because I ran out of money and my printer ran out of ink. So I got to get more materials coming in, and then I'm about to just say screw it and launch it. I just need to start a website and launch it and just stop BSing. But I want to send. Honestly, I might send y'all like 1 or 2 to like let me know like how the material is, like how it feels.
I was gonna say I'll buy one off you. I'll buy a Jurassic Park one off you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know
that and Pirates.
You got supporters here, man.
Yep. Even there you go.
Do you
Jeff
want
will jump in on that
one, or do you want like the Steelbook one for your new Steelbooks?
For what? I'm not getting those, man. I'm actually willingly. like in order to, I will get your box set, but I have to take the first Jurassic Park out of the Universal Essentials box to put it in yours. That's the 4K I have.
Oh, okay.
I got a
bigger box.
Now your box will fit with the slips, right?
Yeah. I had a test run earlier. I'll pull it up in a sec.
I'm gonna have to rebuy all the Blu-rays for the Pirates because I only actually have a couple of them on DVD only.
Bro, Dustin in the chat, Brian, could you do a Toxic Avenger 4K set box?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. The goal with my whole box set is to basically make whatever you guys want. These are more made for order. They're not gonna be like I'm gonna order like a whole bunch of one thing and then sell out. They're kind of made to order. And my goal is to make it like a custom one to where you can just order something you want and I just design it. You may pay like an extra small like $5-10 fee for artwork and then or whatever. But
how's that? We were talking one time the Mighty Ducks.
Dude, that one's so hard. I'm not gonna lie, that one's so hard.
So I'm telling you, dude, those
this
jerseys.
awesome idea. I was telling him I'm making this a Mighty Ducks box, and he came up with this really good idea, and it's really hard to execute to get like high resolution things for it. So
yeah, I know. If you did a Toxic Avenger box, you would have to leave room for the new one, which I'm incredibly excited for.
Did you see the rating?
I hope it's good. I really hope it's good.
The marketing behind that movie,
that rating cracked me up.
Mutant nudity, right?
Yeah.
The marketing for that movie has been out of control, man. It's been so good.
Did you guys see the trailer for Together? That new one that dropped?
Yeah, we just watched it before I got on.
I haven't seen the new trailer. I saw a little teaser where it ended like with the eyes going together.
They released like a full trailer.
Okay, I'll have to watch it.
It looks wild. Like I don't know.
I'm like getting more and more excited for that.
Yeah.
Real quickly, because we were obviously in tradition for Cinco de Mayo. I got a couple recommendations, all by the same director, but I got not Wreck.
Good choice.
Cemetery of Terror. I've got Don't Panic.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, Grave Robbers.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Are those slip covers?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they like Vinegar Syndrome style? They look really thick.
Yeah, they did I think it was a re-release on these three.
If I remember correctly, Steve, is Edge of the Axe a Spanish film?
I think you might be right.
I think Edge of the Axe is a Spanish film.
Which
is one of my like favorite underseen slasher films.
Oh, I love Edge of the Axe.
You know what I bought for Cinco de Mayo today? Spice World.
Well, I celebrated. Celluloid Dreams just sent this over to me.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, that box looks thick. No, turn the other way. It just looks thicker for some reason. Do you have it in a case or protector?
Yeah, I have it in a protector.
Oh, okay. Case. I was like, it looks thicker than like normal.
And they sent me the like the cells.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like the big art cards.
That movie's a ton of fun, man. Like
I'm excited.
It's a totally different experience than Short Night of Glass Dolls. It's much more kinetic.
I felt like the Case of the Bloody Iris visually stood out more with like the restoration they did. If just compared to like I've looked at like the stills from Short Night of Glass Dolls, and it just I don't know. The Case of the Bloody Iris was just that stood out to me so much last year.
I do want to shout out the people because I feel like nobody's really picking it up. I've been really enjoying the V Cinema Bullets and Betrayal box set from Arrow. That is fucking awesome, dude. Those movies are so cool. Like,
Chris, what was that that one? It was the box set from Arrow, the 4K set that was like a director focused box set.
The Alex de Iglesia box.
Yeah, I've been looking at
Durango, Day of the Beast, and it's called Love, Death, and Apocalypse is the box set.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another Spanish filmmaker. Yeah, all those movies are great. Bullets and Betrayal is super cool. I know we talked about it briefly on the podcast, Jordan and Steve. Like I think I brought it up, but yeah, essentially what it was like they at the VHS boom in Japan, the producer of these movies basically like he went to video stores and was interviewing people because people were renting like 5 movies and watching 5-6 movies a night. And he was like, "How are you guys doing this?" And he's like, "Oh, we fast forward all the parts that we don't want to see," which is crazy to me. But yeah, he was like, "Okay, fine, I'll make a bunch of straight to video action movies that you will never have to fast forward."
Oh,
like, nonstop. And
that's
badass.
Cool. And here's the thing: like, if you're a fan of, that John Woo stuff, yep, there it is. If you're a fan of, like I am, of action movies with like real squibs and gunfire and explosion and like those nice juicy squibs that shoot off people, and it's for you, man. It's such a good set.
Speaking of squibs, hold on.
That was a crazy transition.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I thought we were talking about squibs, and I was like, that reminds me. This movie, guys, you guys need. I know, Brian, you were thinking about it. I think you should pick it up, dude.
Yeah, I was talking to Chase today about it, and he was basically saying the same thing you were. He was raving about it.
Dude, it's really good. It's have you guys, Steve and Chris, have you heard of this? Or at least know about
heard of them. I remember the theatrical posters. I remember, but
yeah.
Pick that up.
You have a FX who works in film for special effects, and the government hires him to come up with and basically direct a fake assassination on a mob boss to get him into the witness protection program. Yeah.
Like him
and so it has the whole scene of him like doing the mold on the guy's face. And it's so cool in his like loft apartment. You can see in the background, he's got a zombie poster. He's got, what else does he have? He has another one. I can't remember, but a few different like Italian horror posters on his wall and stuff like that. It was really cool.
Damn. Him. And then you got Stanley Kubrick directing the moon landing. And
what was that movie that came out? Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson about that? About the moon landing?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't.
There was a line I remember in the trailer. She goes, "Should have had Stanley Kubrick direct this."
It's such a funny conversation because it's like, you watch the moon landing and you're like, yeah, I could see this as being in the studio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love when people do the Neil Armstrong, Neil A backwards as Alien.
Dude, I didn't know that.
Flying to the moon. Yeah.
Did you see we're going to jump into conspiracy stuff, but did you see,
oh boy,
well, just real quick,
I mean, that's a rabbit hole. I feel like we could always go down.
Right. Well, you brought up Neil Armstrong. There's a video of him talking to this little kid, because I guess they had like this school trip where these kids got to meet Neil Armstrong and whatnot. And kid goes, why haven't you guys ever gone back to the moon? And he looks at her and he goes, well, it's because we never did. We never went.
Is it real or is it AI?
See, I don't know. It came out a few years ago, and it looks like a handheld, like a mom.
Jordan stopped before he folded up and squandered away at the end of every AI video.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But dude, it just made me think of that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I always think about that stuff's always so. It's like, I don't know. It's like a weird. I was thinking about it a couple days ago. I was like, oh my God. Oh, Joe Rogan. No, this would be the Joe Rogan experience if randomly Brian just went, you ever taken DMT before?
Yeah. Start passing around the Mad Honey and stuff like that.
I love the edits that people make of the Joe Rogan show where they just put everything out of context, yet it flows so well.
Yeah. Have you seen the guy, and he does like drawings and makes it into like a little cartoon?
Yeah, I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have a little cart together on Movie Room now. I have FX 1 and 2 on there. That's set. I have what else was I just got my House of the Devil today.
Ooh.
Sweet. Which version did you get?
The second sight one.
Second sight. That might be the one I get.
It's good, guys. You'll like it. Yeah, mainly because it's in stock and you can buy it.
Because it's in stock.
I'm serious.
I really like the gray case, like the actual Blu-ray case is like a gray.
Yeah, the artwork is so much better than what Umbrella did, in my opinion. That teal kind of blue, I don't.
Oh, take it easy.
Can we Jordan, talk about Bull real quick? Can we talk about my experience with that movie? How fucking awesome that movie was?
I mean, yeah, go ahead. I'll agree with you. It's an amazing movie.
Dude, Bull was great. I had no idea. You pushed me to buy it. Wait, first of all, that FX 1 and 2 is only $31.
Yep, you get 2 movies. It's great, dude. It's just a good, like action movie. He uses all his like knowledge of special effects to run away from the government.
How much is that with my 10% movie room or bearded film guy discount? Oh, they just say it's 10%, right? So it's just a tax.
Well, it'd be a tariff. Then you'll have 10% tariff fee, so you'll end up paying right back.
Never mind. I'm gone.
Hey, unless is it in stock still? Because he did have some that were in stock that the tariffs wouldn't apply.
Oh, here we go. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Oh yeah, it doesn't say there's a tariff fee on them.
Where would it be? New releases or?
Yeah, it's under new releases. It's on the first page.
I'm scrolling down.
You would pay $28.79 for it.
Wait, I don't see it. It's on the first page.
No, I'm sorry, it's the second page.
Speaking of tariff free, I picked up
oh yeah.
Oh man, where'd you get that?
You know.
Oh,
you know.
I've got some stuff coming too.
And then
wait, what's the secret?
I swore by it that I wouldn't pick this up. I swore by it because I was like, I already have it. Why do I need it in another format? And my degenerate ass ended up picking this up too.
Who cares?
I'm like, fuck.
Bad influences, man.
Yeah, dude. I got Lake Mungo, the second site release for $75.
So I'll be honest with you guys.
The power of the internet.
Skip over that one. All right.
Well, there's a lot of stuff because I'm scrolling Movie Room right now, and there's a lot of stuff that I want, but honestly, I haven't lately been into buying standard editions of things. Like, I look at things and I'm like, yeah, that's a cool movie, and I want that, but it's giving me nothing else. You know what I mean?
You've got a
what, for example?
So like
that champagne taste is what he's got.
I know he's like box set or nothing.
Well, the thing is,
booklet or nothing. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
If I'm gonna pay, $40 for a standard release. What up, Mark? Like I want something like, for example, like I want this release of Cure. This is great, like $30 slipcover, 4K booklet.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's great to me. I'm fine with that. But like I'm scrolling and oh fuck, I need this Ginger Snaps trilogy. I don't know, just like normal average releases haven't been getting me. Like I look and I go, I would like that, and then I don't buy them. Like Time Cop.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna buy Time Cop. I need to rewatch it, but before I buy it,
it's good.
It's been so long since I've seen it that I feel like if I'm not in a rush to buy it, but I may watch it tonight to see if I pick it up tomorrow with
This one's for you, Brian.
There's another label that's putting it out.
Let's be honest. Mia Sarah Naked is the only reason you buy that.
You know that, right? There's another label putting it out. I just saw it today.
See, in this day and age, that's kind of my point. There's always another label.
Yeah,
especially when you go Region B and all that stuff. Yeah, see? Like,
who is it?
Oh, is that hold on.
Oh, hell.
Hold on.
It's ESC Distributors. Hold on.
What country? I'm looking. Oh, is that French. Germany?
It's either French or Germany.
Oh, ESC is German. I mean French. Yeah.
Did they ever do double impact on 4K?
VHS.
They have another one coming out, Jordan, too. A VHS retro packaging limited edition, 1,500 only. Is it
for Time Cop?
Yep, it's coming.
That's what I'm looking at.
It's coming out in 4 months.
Yeah.
No, the one you're looking at. Wait, Where's the picture?
No.
Wait, I'm trying to find.
Yeah, this one, and it's got the 4K. It's a 4K Blu-ray DVD and VHS. Oh, sorry, 4K DVD, Blu-ray, VHS box. So I don't know if
Yeah,
it's.
but it's French, so the VHS may not be. It may be PAL.
That's pretty cool, though.
For Time Cop? Wow, I'm kind of impressed, actually.
And you see, of course, such a good movie.
Bro, Time Cop's got a German media book coming out too.
Dude, Movie Room still has Shoestring Slashers Volume 1 up.
You guys need to grab that. I can't wait.
I just saw they had the Rumpelstiltskin VHS still available.
Those movies are so bad, dude. And like all three of those movies they put in that box set are not great.
Yeah, but they make you want it. At least for me.
It does make me want it. But like I know I'll never. I just sold my, which is kind of like I think what I'm going to do. I just sold 5 big box sets out of my collection. And when I sold them, people were like, "Why are you selling this?" And I was like, "Because I watched the movies and I enjoyed them, but like there's no drive to go back to them." And I made over $200. I went into a PayPal account that I'm just using to invest back into physical media.
Smart.
And then I'm about to list like 3 more because like I'm happy to have the box sets, but like I've already 100% watched them, and I'm not going to go back. You know what I mean? Like
I think that's good though.
Yeah, like when I finish my Bruceploitation box set, I might sell it and just hold on to that money until they release the second one. And then, you know what I mean? Like I can still make like
I will say, like in like the last couple of years, I've really like scaled down to only like movies I feel like, okay, I would 100% go back and watch this, because I had a few that I just was like, I'll never revisit this, and then I just turn around and sold them.
Yeah, I'm with Chris on that one, like with Black Eyed Susan.
I fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, that movie wasn't good.
Fast, bro.
Dustin asked a question. Did any of y'all get anything from Vinegar Syndrome? I did. I got 3 things, which was like it was expensive. It was.
Yeah,
I got.
Brian did some damage.
Well, Sleeping Beauty came out on Blu-ray, which is the first time.
Yeah,
that movie's ever been released on Blu-ray here in the States. So I went just for that. That's part of their partner label.
Please tell me you got Jade.
I was just about to say that because that's the only one I wanted.
I'm waiting till the numbers go down on Jade a little bit. I wasn't in a rush for that.
Jade is incredible.
Imprint's putting out Jade too.
I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I'll probably end up getting them. I'm waiting to see what the package looks like because I'm not the biggest fan of the Jade artwork on that slip for Vinegar Syndrome.
The white one.
Yeah, but I got Sleeping Beauty. I got Drop Zone and The Carpenter. Have y'all seen The Carpenter?
Dude, I need to get that. I keep putting it off.
Dude,
it's good.
It's so good.
Is it good?
Yes, it's good.
I kind of want to get Blood Quantum. That one does look interesting to me.
We still have like 4 titles to be announced for the Black Friday stuff.
Well, they got the 2 mystery ones, which are horror, and then I don't know what the other ones are. How many more?
Brian, I'll do you one better.
Nice.
Oh, dude, that's sweet.
Nice.
I really want, like, I so badly do I want Last Tango in Paris, but
do you want the VHS?
Want the 4K.
No.
I don't know if I.
You don't want that crappy quality.
I don't want that.
I say that because I found the VHS out in the wild today for $1, and I thought it was so random.
Are you guys grabbing then? Which 4K are you guys thinking for Jade?
I'm gonna get the Vinegar Syndrome.
I'm probably gonna get the Vinegar Syndrome just with tariffs and everything, but I want to wait and see. I'm waiting till the numbers go down on Jade.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I got Drop Zone right now is because I got it with the payment plan on Vinegar Syndrome, so I had to buy like more than one thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So I was waiting till Drop Zone dropped numbers, but I was like, I'll just get it now. Since
dude, Jade has over 2,000 left in stock.
Yeah, so I'm not in a rush to get Jade.
Dustin, which slipcase did you get?
And I'm hoping you use someone's code. If you haven't already.
So wait, do you guys know is the movie room gonna have Jade at some point?
Yeah, he said he ordered well, I don't know if he got Jade yet, but he's waiting until they can do the bulk ordering.
Oh, okay.
Bro,
yeah,
so many of y'all have accounts. I'm gonna have to create like 3 different burner accounts to use.
It's all good.
I'm sure
it's going to a good cause, right?
That's right. It's helping me and Chris out a lot.
What do we say, Jordan? If you move here, I'll spend my entire commission check.
Dude, if I moved to Michigan and bought a house,
that's it.
Use this commission on the movie room.
You guys all heard it here first.
You know what's funny is after we talked about that, there was an ad. Larissa was watching something on Peacock, and there's an ad for the state of Michigan. Like, come visit Michigan. It was this whole ad for visiting Michigan. I think
Detroit's on the come up, baby. Let's go.
I will
trying
say
to get those auto manufacturers back.
Yep.
I will say, since I've partnered with the movie room, there's been I've gotten messages from people who I don't interact with a lot, so I don't know why they were so, but they're like, all you ever post now are what you get from the movie room and your code. And every single time I've told them, I'm like, I'm not concerned about
you sell out, Chris.
Like, it's not about making, you know what I mean, that the very, very, very small percentage that we do get back. It's about supporting the movie room. And people, every single time I get good feedback from the movie room, it's their first time ordering and they had no idea what to expect. And it takes them, the 15 minutes to get off all the fucking bubble wrap and all the shit. And what people have to understand about the movie room is that it's a husband and a wife who started this and risked everything. And that's all. You're supporting literally a company out of a garage.
They're an amazing couple too. They're the nicest people you'll ever meet. And not only they're collectors themselves, like he cares for every single, like if you started ordering from when I started ordering, which is like months ago, to now, their packaging is just getting better and better. And they're really, I think they're standing out among most of the other stores out there.
Advertisements on Instagram than anything else. Not just from you guys.
I get them. It's not the worst part, but I mean, I just think it's funny that on my professional Instagram, I get ads for the movie room. I'm like,
yeah.
That's
when you know. That's when you know.
Oh,
so I'll say this on here, Steve, because a lot of our main Instagram audience isn't really watching, but I was talking to them today because our podcast, Beyond the Blood, just signed to join Someone's Favorite Production podcast network.
That's so cool.
So it'll be announced at the end of May, and we're officially teamed up now with some of the biggest movie podcasts in the industry, like podcasts that get hundreds and thousands of views and downloads and listens every episode. We're now part of that, and Someone's Favorite Production is also responsible for a ton of visual essays, commentaries, all kinds of stuff. And I hit up Mike today and I was like, oh, I want to let you guys know, for the podcast. And dude, they were like, I got this giant congratulations thing. Like, let me know, what we can do to help, because we are going to run an ad with them. So incredibly supportive, man. They are seriously two of the nicest people I've ever met. And if they took away the little tiny bit in credit that we do get for selling, and the code was just to save people 10%, and we got literally nothing for it, I would post the code just as much.
Well, yeah, I mean, like you said, it's for small business. Like, two of the nicest people. They care and they reach out to you. That's my thing. Like, even when my car blew up, like, he was so concerned and was like texting me like, dude, are you good? Like, what's going on? Let me know if anything can help. And they're awesome.
Can I just say, my car didn't blow up, but I did get a really nice package from them.
I was gonna say, am I the only person that didn't get those?
Yeah, you are.
Oh man,
Chris, did you get them?
Yeah, they're on my shelf.
I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I started Jason X last night. Jason Goes to Hell, dude. It looks so good.
It makes me want to go back and watch the remake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's keeping me from buying those right now is seeing the remake, the 2009 for $17.99 right now, the 4K.
Did you grab it?
I grabbed it for like $40 when it first came out.
Oh,
yeah, I remember that. There was a whole ordeal trying to get mine.
Yeah, and now it's $17. So I'm like, I'm gonna wait till Jason X. And well, here's the thing: I'm doing a whole Friday the 13th marathon thing next month because I've seen Jason X. I've never seen Jason Goes to Hell.
I think you're going to be very happy knowing you personally with Jason Goes to Hell, just from a movie perspective. And, I do think you'll be a big fan of Jason Goes to Hell.
It's a great
Brian,
film.
what do you have planned for it? Like, you're just doing a rewatch?
I got the Scream. A subscriber sent me the Scream Factory box, and
oh my god,
I'm gonna marathon. It's gonna be a first time watch because I've only seen the first two one time, and I've seen Jason X, and I've seen the remake. I've never really done the whole Friday the 13th, so it's gonna be like the first time.
I'm excited for you. Like, I wish I could relive that feeling.
So just so you know, Brian, the beginning of Jason Goes to Hell features a great undressing scene, and it's the girl from Roadhouse. Remember the blonde?
Yep.
Who dances? She's in
it. She shows up right at the beginning, man.
Bye.
Oh boy. What's that sound? What's that sound in the background?
She just has dark hair now instead of
Dude, that scene of her in Roadhouse. Oh my god.
Yeah,
they have a pretty cool. They have a really good interview with her too. That Arrow brought her back to talk about it.
Yeah. Jason Goes to Hell.
Man, she's a little action star in Jason Goes to Hell.
No, we just need Freddy versus Jason.
The greatest talent.
I was gonna say I'm interested to see the split artwork with Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday Goes to Hell has one of my favorite kills. Definitely the tent. Yeah, dude.
That's the best kill in the entire franchise.
Yep.
Yeah.
And funny enough, like that's not, if you watch the theatrical cut, it's not even in there. They completely took that. The MPAA was like, "Fuck that scene, take that whole thing out." And
dude, that scene is phenomenal.
I would love to see the part 7 unedited, like just uncut, just in its fullest extent. But I don't think that's ever going to happen.
So, question: since I have all y'all here, I think I may have asked Chris this. I'm not sure. This is way back when. So I had planned to do a 4-movie box set for that once Freddy and Jason comes out.
Mm-hmm.
For those specifically for those 4 Arrow movies. But should I put Freddy on the artwork at all since it's mostly a Jason box set?
Maybe put it on the reverse, or just have his hand kind of like a sneak, just kind of thrown in there, not front.
Well,
and
I
center.
got 1, 2, 3, 4. I basically have like 4. So like I was gonna do like basically the original posters kind of on them, or like a collage, and then maybe something at the top with. I don't know. I'm still trying to.
I think on the top, if you had the shot of the glove grabbing Jason's
mask.
Yep,
that'd be cool.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
There's a lot of cool stuff. Jason Goes to Hell is very. It's like very horror nerd friendly. Like the Necronomicon from Evil Dead is in it. There's a
really
there's a ton of really cool stuff in Jason Goes to Hell. And like Jason Goes to Hell, people were bitching because like, oh, the lack of Jason, but like it's just as brutal. Like I made a whole post just about the effects.
Dude, the effects, the morgue scene, the guy, this is spoiling anything, but he eats his heart. And it's one of the craziest, gnarliest things.
Yeah, it's super gooey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a crazy. I mean, Jason X, I wasn't as. I honestly, I could have waited on the Jason X one. Like it looks. I was like, yeah, it looks good. Like, but Jason X just never. It's fun, you know what I mean. I always have fun with it, but like I was on my phone half the time I had it on.
It did look good. That opening shot right at the beginning when he's in that room chained up, it looks really good.
Yeah, and then Cronenberg rolls in.
I was just about to say that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, but I could have waited. It was just such a great price. Like I think I got both of those for like $31.99 each. Wasn't
David Cronenberg? He was in Nightbreed,
mm-hmm.
Jason X. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, Cronenberg. Anybody seen The Shrouds yet?
Mm-mm.
We're seeing, my wife and I are seeing Clown in the Cornfield on Thursday night.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Also, sorry, Tony Todd's in Jason X. Right? Pretty sure he is. Isn't Tony Todd in it?
Where is he?
I swear. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna get chastised. I know it. But I swear I thought I saw him.
Yeah, I don't think Tony Todd is in Jason X.
No, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw him.
All right, let the chastisation begin.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Come to find out, it was Tony Danza. Big mix.
Yeah.
Forget I said anything.
Tony Montana up in
Yeah.
space.
Are you thinking of Final Destination?
Maybe.
We've been talking a lot about that, I feel like, lately.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Look,
like
I've had one hell of a few days. Okay, leave me alone.
William in the chat talk about Jason X. I don't have any hate for that movie whatsoever. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's the best of the Hellraiser Leprechaun, like the goes to space part of horror. That movie lived in my DVD player when I was a kid, and there's such great like little jokes in it, like when the guy gets pushed onto that giant drill and then he spins down it. I love the virtual reality stuff. There's a lot about that movie that I like. I just don't like, as much as I love Harry Manfredini and most of his Friday the 13th scores, I hate his scores for Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell, because it's like a sci-fi movie score. Mm-hmm. It's like that cheap synth. There's like no depth or bass to it.
Jason X if you don't think about it, you kind of turn your mind off. Like it's a fun movie, but it definitely feels very like Sci-Fi Channel-esque.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you have the scene in virtual reality, when they're like, what do they say? Like, oh my god, what did they say? They're like, you want to smoke some dope? You want to have some premarital sex? You're like, what is this? Like,
oh, that was in Goes to Hell.
Well, no, they do it in Jason X when he's in virtual reality with the two girls and they try to trick him. And then in Jason Goes to Hell, the scene where he's like, what are you guys going to go do? You're going to go smoke some dope?
Yep.
And have some premarital sex. By the way, the reviews for Final Destination Bloodlines are fucking fantastic. I can't.
Are they really?
Yeah.
What y'all think of the trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Looks solid.
Yeah. I mean, I could take it or leave it.
It looks like Scream 7.
Yeah.
It does have a strong Scream feel to it. I mean,
I think the opening is very cringe with the whole husband and wife, like, go take a bath, go do your massage thing.
Meditation.
The meditation thing. I'm like,
I was listening to Eli Roth's History of Horror podcast. I go back like every couple of years and I revisit that, and there's a great like 2.5 hour long episode with Rob Zombie, and
I was gonna say the Rob Zombie one's probably my favorite one.
And Greg Nicotero. There's that double one, and one thing they were talking about is nowadays horror movies are too clean, and that's the first thing I thought about. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's too sleek, it's too shiny. There's no.
It looks too commercial. Like it literally looks like a meditation commercial. It doesn't look like
It looks like an Audible commercial. It looks like it's just too. There's no personality to it. Even when Freddie Prinze Jr. shows back up, that's moment in the trailer where he walks in and he says something. I don't know. I was just not really too. It does look like it's going to deliver the violence, but.
And I'm sorry, Jennifer Love Hewitt looks kind of rough.
Yeah, well, I saw her. She's in 911. That show. She's in that. I thought she was great.
Sorry, I was reading this comment.
I can see Final Destination 3 looking a little rough on 4K.
I love Final Destination 3.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I really like the third one.
Such a fun one.
There's an interesting look to Final Destination 3 that I kind of pick up on what he's talking about, and I don't know what it is. It has a different.
Wasn't it like, I feel like if I remember correctly, the first three were like the ones that kind of had a very specific like darker look to them, and then wasn't everything else after that? It's kind of where like the tonal change was a little bit, or like the visual look and tonal change.
Final Destination 2 was very bright. Like that movie was very, very, very bright. Final Destination 3 got dark again, like very contrasty. Because Final Destination 3 is directed by the guy who directed the first Final Destination.
I did not know that.
And the second one is somebody
else. Directed by I forget his name. And then Final Destination 4.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, man? Final Destination
what's going on?
4 is terrible. Final Destination 5 has one of the best endings ever. And Final Destination 5 is good, but the way that they wrap the story around is perfection. Absolute perfection.
Final Destination 2 was David R. Ellis.
Yeah, and the first one. Final Destination 1 and 3 were Glenn Wong. Is that his name? Glenn Wong, I think. I forget, but I'm gonna find out now. Yeah, I think those movies will come eventually. Oh, James Wong, that's what it is. Yeah, and he also directed. He directed Jet Li's The One.
Couldn't get into that one.
He also directed Final Destination 3.
What's going on, Chase?
What's up, Chase?
We just we talked about your photos for Reanimator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah, dude, it looks good.
Yeah, dude, the Final Destination franchise is so good, and I hope that Bloodlines. I was a little worried when I first saw the trailer and I kind of saw the scope of it. I was like, I
like the cinematography in the trailer, but that's kind of about it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it delivers, the simple. I just need I need to be afraid of something again.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like something that's not like supernatural, like a coffee table.
I felt like I went back, I watched the first two, and I just forgot like how anxiety inducing it is. Like you're just like anticipating everything, especially like I hadn't seen it in forever for either of them. So,
bro, that second movie ruined driving down a highway for everyone.
Oh yeah,
the first movie though has a mean like a mean spirit to it that the others don't. Like the friend being choked out in the tub. You know what I mean? Sean William Scott being beheaded by the sheet of metal on the road. They're like they're always the first movie's a little bit meaner than all the rest. It's just a little bit more cruel. And still to this day, the girl getting hit by the bus is like one of the best. People have broken that down frame by frame and still can't find the difference between the actual footage and the dummy. That's how well they did that scene, dude. And like, I remember when I was a kid, so that came out 2001, so I was 10, 11, and I remember my mom loved that scene because nobody expected that. That trope wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? Now we know that. But when she goes, you can just drop fucking dead, and she turns and wow, gets whacked. Oh, so good, man.
Those movies, like specifically around that time, they have such like a distinct feel, like especially like in the early mid 2000s, like I guess to a lesser extent Saw, because I feel like that's kind of like a gritty feel to it in general. But you go back and look at some of or like you watch some of those movies and they have such like I don't know, it's like a time capsule.
Saw 1 was especially gritty. I mean, that was a time period where you had that kind of green colored tint to a lot of movies. I haven't seen the 4K, so I don't know if they've taken the green out. But
every time I think of that, I think of High Tension.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like High Tension just has like that greenish.
I saw a movie the other day that reminded me of High Tension. It was The Carpenter. The Carpenter gave me High Tension vibes a little bit.
I've never seen The Carpenter.
I haven't either.
To me, it gave me Shining, very Shining, a little bit, and a little bit of High Tension.
High Tension was such a staple as a kid for me. Well, 13, 14 years old. Watch that movie all the time, man.
I'm telling you, the staircase scene.
Did you guys see that when that came out?
I did. I had to download it off like BearShare or LimeWire because it didn't come to theaters where I was, and it was like one of these like you had to see it. And I just remember being like, "What in the world?" It just blew you away.
Brian, it's so funny that you mentioned that because I remember having to do that for Rob Zombie's Halloween. And
I had to do that for House of a Thousand Corpses because I was too young. So my first time seeing House of a Thousand Corpses was downloading it, but I was old enough when The Devil's Rejects came out to go see it in theaters.
Yeah. I remember watching High Tension, and when the twist comes about and they show the security footage in the store, I remember just being like, whoa, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh, it's so good, man.
Did like rewatching and see the opening scene with the guy in the truck in the head, and he just throws it out.
Yeah. Did anybody pick up the nesting?
I didn't.
No, but I was talking to Chase earlier about that, and he was raving about it. So
I need to watch it. But
what else have you picked up, Jordan?
Murder Rock.
Did you get to watch it yet or no?
No, dude, I haven't had a chance yet.
So I love Fulci, but it's not great. It's not great, Fulci.
I got it for Fulci.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I picked this up at the sale for
Great
the Amazon
choice.
sale.
That movie doesn't get enough love.
But I already showed Reanimator and the Jason movies. I think that's really all I got.
I remember our Umbrella order is on the way, right? With us.
Yeah, it's getting ready to depart Australia. But I don't know what's going on because I ordered in one of the orders the Black Death and Hardware, and those all supposed to release last month, and they still haven't shipped. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Look, I love Umbrella as a company, but am I pissed off that I spent all that money on Terrifier, the Terrifier Art Attack, for it to just go 80% off or whatever it was?
Yeah. Well, I know. One thing about Umbrella, it's their communication. I can't. They drive me nuts.
Part of me feel I was who was I talking to? Was I talking to Jordan or Chase about this? I was like, have y'all noticed all of a sudden all these YouTubers are just getting it for free, promoting it all at the same time? And I'm like,
yep.
Me and Jordan make videos.
And boom, the sale right there.
I was like 4 months ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
I got mine with the VHS, so I'm not really complaining about it, but because that's gone. But I also got it right before I knew Walmart was going to put the VHS out.
Wait, Brian, did you watch the VHS for that release through Umbrella?
Mm-hmm. On my video, I do a side-by-side through both VHSs too.
Okay, I'll have to check that out because
the Umbrella VHS is widescreen, where the Walmart one is full screen.
Okay, because one of my buddies was saying that he didn't really care for the Umbrella one.
Umbrella one has a much crappier look to it. It looks older, which I guess is aesthetically whatever, and the Walmart one from Witter Entertainment is 4:3, and it just looks sharper and just more pleasant to watch. So I much prefer the Walmart one, but I love the artwork on the Umbrella one.
Jeff mentioned the Terrifier 1 VHS. When is that supposed to ship?
I think they said June. They
okay.
It was like a pre-order for like later, so it hasn't shipped yet, but I think it's June. It's supposed to ship.
I just don't want to completely forget about it, and then I'm like wondering where my order. Yeah, my order. Same. Yep, same.
Speaking of waiting for things to ship, Chris, have you heard anything about the thing from Waxworks?
I didn't get it.
Oh, I thought you did.
Well, yes, I was about to, but I actually found a CD.
Oh.
And it was $11 for the CD soundtrack.
Oh, well, then there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I want to do a plug real quick. So I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. This is something I did get in.
Look at you, man.
I know. I got to do this. I'm giving this away to whoever wants to.
There's your winner.
Wants to enter a giveaway right there. Just gotta let me know you want to enter into the giveaway on Instagram. So
Jordan, I want to enter in the giveaway.
This is his tell me on Instagram. His formal way of saying it to you.
I just want to say, like, might be a little cheesy, but whatever. But like, our circle of friends, which is a wide circle, like everybody is just doing like cool shit and like cool opportunities. You know what I mean? 100%. And it's really cool. Like Jordan, everything that you're doing. Steve, us, the podcast, your own YouTube, the stuff you're doing, Brian, like I mean, I don't care what anybody says, and like it's not just because you're my friend. I think hands down you're my favorite creator on YouTube. Just everybody, like, you know what I mean? Like Chase has exploded on YouTube, Christian, Garrett, like everybody's just doing such cool stuff, and I feel like there's so much cool stuff right around the corner for everybody. And it never feels like I feel like I rarely anymore. I mean, in the past, but in the last like 5 years of my life, I haven't looked at anything anybody does and have been like, oh, I wish I got that opportunity, because like I'm working on my own opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy that everybody else is getting there at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's really cool too, because we all kind of came together, I would say, as friends early on before we were getting these opportunities. And it's really cool that we've been able to support each other. It's not cheesy, like you said, but through not having much. And now we're, like you said, we're starting to see, but we were still that core group early on when we, you know,
I don't know.
Better words, were nobodies, I guess is the way you could say it.
I mean,
but
I don't know if like, I can't imagine, you know, like now the podcast without Steve, you know, like, I don't know if there was a lot of stuff I could have done had I not had a certain, you know, like Chuck, I'm friends with Chuck. I've known for a long time, you know, and then bringing you on board. But like, I don't know if these are things that I would have really taken a plunge of had I not had the support of, you know, you guys and the rest of the group chat and all those guys.
For sure.
This community, and the thing I tell people all the time who I talk to who aren't like terribly active, I'm like, you're not going to find a more supportive community. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, for sure.
It's pretty incredible, man. And yeah, I just wanted to kind of like talk about that publicly.
Yeah, it's
you know?
It's crazy to see. Well, you guys, like, I would say you guys continue to like inspire me to want to be better and do better. And it's just, I like to be inspired by, you know, the things that you guys are working on or the content that you're putting out there. So it kind of drives me. I mean, I felt like I, for the longest time, was so worried about how things would look or sound or whatever the case is. And if you're just always preparing for that initial opportunity, it's never going to come. Like, you have to just take that step forward. And, you know, you guys have been like a great source of inspiration when it comes to that.
Heck yeah. Well, I think it's, you know, it wasn't for you two. I mean, obviously my Italian horror love, but you know, I think
we corrupted you
dude, with Chris pushing me to really talk more about the film and the love of film rather than look at this packaging, isn't this cool?
Yep.
And that's the one thing that I even notice now that I like, if you watch my reviews, I really try and break them down as much as possible. I'm not as eloquent as some of you guys, but I try. But I'll see that sometimes with the reviewers and I'm thinking, you know, it's kind of shallow. And I don't mean that to sound mean, but it's very surface level stuff. And I'm thinking, you know, there's a lot more to this than what you're really showing people.
Enjoy the film.
I mean?
That's
exactly.
You know, that at its core is why we should all be into this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the love of film and being able to open up that discourse, you know, the packaging and, you know, the features that come with it are obviously it's just as important, but you know, at its core, I think that the movie itself is the most important aspect.
Like if you love it from 4K, you should love it for VHS. It's basically kind of what it is. You should still love it regardless of format.
I mean, you know? There's every part of it. There's room for, you know, there's room for people who do unboxings. There's room for people who only talk about packaging. And then you have a whole nother level of that, which I find myself more in, which is kind of like the little bit more of like deeper analysis and into, you know, that's kind of where I find myself. But I love to kind of exist in all of it. And I don't encourage people to talk about the movies because I feel like there needs to be more content out about talking about the movies. I think people will just learn to appreciate what they own and what they spent their money on much more if they just took the time to really look in. I mean, reading booklets, watching bonus features, listening to commentaries has shaped so much of what and why I love movies like I do today.
Yeah.
And if I had never gotten into those, you know, maybe it would be different, because I am guilty of buying stuff and watching it and then putting it on the shelf and it's there for 4 years. And then I pull it back off the shelf. I watch it and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I finally watch, you know, the behind the scenes or I read the booklet and I'm like, fuck, dude, now I love this. Now this is like,
you rediscover it.
Yeah, like
exactly.
Top release for me. And I think that's what our podcast, like people, the podcast is supposed to be a combination of like, if you've listened to the commentary and you just want to hear a discussion on it, but it's also like for people who, you know, maybe do struggle with commentaries and want to just kind of get that info through a different source. So that's all. Like it's like Reanimator. I'm Christian posted today that somebody left a comment and said like, finally somebody didn't just unbox this thing.
I'm guilty.
No,
Which I will say, Ignite Films did title me as the first person to do an unboxing of it, but I consider real unboxings different than YouTube unboxings.
Yeah. And then I gotta, give thanks to Brian pulling me to challenge me to not watch just horror movies and enjoy other genres than just horror.
Well,
thank you guys for just inviting me on here, because I'm like, sometimes I feel like I can't talk Italian horror. I can't talk boutique.
That's okay.
Horror, but I still like, I don't feel like excluded on anything. I can keep up a little bit, but y'all humor me when I bring up Marvel.
Dude, well, that's
I can talk Marvel too.
Dude, Marvel. I just watched the Thunderbolts. We can talk about Marvel all day.
We can all talk Marvel. I mean, we can talk. It's pretty amazing, man. Like I know for myself, I can go from, Bergman to classic cinema to the deepest extents of horror to comedy. Like let's talk about Marvel. Like I'm just a film guy, and I feel like horror becomes a little bit of a persona online, because that's where the bulk of the audience is anymore. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I just consider myself a cinema guy. I just watch movies. It doesn't matter what. I can go from a romantic comedy to an erotic drama to a cannibal film to an Adam Sandler all in the same day. It don't matter. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I will say, I think since like getting into this, I mean, obviously first and foremost, it's always been like 4Ks and Blu-rays, but I will say like over the last year, I've really kind of dove deeper into like VHS as well, and having that appreciation for, obviously for all of you guys at one point, appreciating that format to where things have come to now. And it's like everything in between. So it's I don't know. It's kind of opened my mind up to enjoying it in different formats for the movies I love.
Yeah, I've kind of rediscovered my love for VHS over the past like year. And I get to the point now, like I bought like 5 VHSs today that I'm probably not going to watch for like another couple months or something. I feel like I'm buying more than I can keep up with, but I'm getting to that point where it's like, when I watch a VHS, I'm just watching the movie. I'm not thinking about anything else, because it's a movie I've seen 100 times. I don't care what format it is on. I want the best, and I make videos critiquing, because I feel like if you're gonna buy something, you should see, But I would rather watch some of these than anything else, just because I get away from the technical parts of the things I should be looking for. I'm just watching the movie, and it's a physical media. To like VHS is like a feeling. It's not a
yeah, and I mean, especially with us, growing up around the same time, it's just VHS is kind of it feels like home in a way, I guess is a good way to put it. It feels it's comfortable.
Yeah,
it kind of reminds you of a better time, and just seeing all the little cracks and the fuzziness of the film, it adds to it, and it just kind of takes you back, I think is the best way to put it.
For me, it's a midlife crisis, and I'm okay with
it. I was gonna say, well, I just enjoy the imperfection part of it, and it doesn't need to be perfect,
like this whole wall behind me I cherish, and everything in there I cherish so much, but still my favorite piece is in my living room. I have a Jurassic Park shelf, and the VHS that's on there was a VHS I had as a kid that I lost, or I thought I lost, and my best friend found it because I brought it to his house to watch it, and he gifted it to me a couple years ago, like back to me. Like that's like a prized possession of mine. You know what I mean?
I have one of those. I haven't pulled the trigger on it because it's widely available, but I have one. It's Independence Day VHS with the lenticular. With the when the White House is exploding.
Yep.
Because I had that as a kid. That's really the only reason I want it. It's not just, it's one of my favorite movies and it's got a lenticular. It's literally, that was the version I had as a kid, and I want that version again.
I have that same fascination with my VHS of The Lost World with that lenticular insert.
Yeah.
As a kid, and believe it or not, even with Jurassic Park 3, because I remember buying that VHS at like a drugstore with my mom. There was a big promo outside of the drugstore that they had Jurassic Park 3 on VHS, and that shiny silver, like almost chromish slip over the of the VHS is incredible. And every single time I look at it, it just brings me back to like that exact moment I remember going into the store with my mom and buying that.
There's one I want, and it's like the weirdest memory you have of things. But I remember for Easter, I don't even know how old I was. I got a Ninja Turtles. I think it was like an Easter movie that they did, one of those straight to VHS Ninja Turtle cartoons. But it was like an Easter one, and I got it and I was like, I'm trying to find it because I have this weird memory of getting it for Easter.
I had that with a couple of the McDonald's movies. Remember the VHS? There was a couple of them that I have like a weird I don't own them, but like if I ever did just happen to stumble across them, I'm sure it'd be like a nostalgia wave for me.
Didn't they do the X-Men, the animated series with the McDonald's, like the Happy Meals? Am I remembering that correctly?
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't remember.
I don't remember those as much, but I remember the cups they used to get, the little glass cups.
I remember the
Disney ones. Yeah. They had all the trivia facts all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude.
I have those somewhere.
I had so many, man. I remember I used to have it, but I got it. My wife had it. I had like the Saving Private Ryan double VHS that had the behind the scenes as like at the end of the second tape. That I watched all the time. I used to, believe it, dude, when I was a kid, I used to cry at the end of Jurassic Park. And then my mom would be like, we can just rewind it and start it again. I'm like, oh, all right, cool.
Oh, we can?
Oh, we can.
Dude, people don't understand when I say like Jurassic Park, that movie changed everything for me. And I know a lot of people in my generation have that Amblin attachment. But Jurassic Park, to this day, when I put it on, there is a feeling. I've seen that movie there is a feeling unlike me watching any other movie. Like the music, the visuals, there's so much about that movie that resonates so incredibly like in depth with me. You know, even still, when the shot of Alan on the Triceratops stomach is like, to me, when people talk about movie magic. As a kid that grew up obsessed with dinosaurs, to see them on the screen and not being treated, very few of them being treated like villains, you know what I mean? Like they were evil, you know, that movie struck this beautiful balance of showing the beauty of it. But also like, and when you grow up, because you watch a movie and you see the T-Rex and you're like, oh, that T-Rex is crazy, it's scary. But when you grow up, you realize like, man, the humans fucking suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, your perspective shifts. And they're just animals. They don't know what's going on, and the humans are fucking responsible for all of this shit.
I would say that and Jaws were the ones growing up for me that I felt like were so instrumental in my love for movies, just because of like the time that I watched them. Jurassic Park obviously was really big during that time that it came out, but as a result of that, that's how I found out about Jaws kind of at an earlier age. And then I just remember being so scared to go into the pool after watching it. Not that it would ever happen, but
But do you guys like when I don't know, when I watch a Spielberg movie, right? There's something about them to me that is so purely cinematic. Like a couple of weeks ago, I watched Always, which is not one of his most touted.
I don't even know if I know that one. Always?
Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Richard Dreyfuss and God, I'm blanking on her name. I think he directed it. Let me see. So it's about a Richard Dreyfuss plays a what do they call them? Like he's a pilot. Yeah, but he does.
I've seen this cover before. This poster.
Yeah. I've never heard of this, seen this.
It's a really cheesy movie. So he dies essentially, and she basically goes on to become a pilot, and he didn't want her to, but he's in the afterlife and he's sent back to like be a protector, but he can't, do anything that's gonna like sway. He needs to be able to let her go. Like it's very cheesy.
Is it kind of Heaven Can Wait kind of ish?
Not really. It's very melodramatic.
Okay.
But there's these little things that Spielberg does that's incredible. So in the beginning of the movie, there's a dance scene at a party, and he buys her this dress and these shoes, and she doesn't want them, so he throws them onto the stairs. But the way the shoes fall out and the camera pans in on the stairs, it's like that perfect setup of how the box opened and the shoes topple out.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something so, I don't know, purposeful about every single time he moved the camera in that era of Spielberg.
I think that's a whole other discussion and I've talked to people about this, and I truly believe this. I think the craft of filmmaking is dead.
I 100% agree.
I think people don't have intention for anything. It's just make the movie, do this, and it's like there's not very much intention in anything. And like you even look at so like one of my favorite shots from What Lies Beneath. I don't know if y'all remember this. There's a scene where she's unconscious. She gets like paralyzed, and the camera goes, it's low to the floor, and then it goes under the floor. Like one of the craziest shots I've ever seen. And it's just like little things like that, but it's also like subtext. Like people don't know subtext, and they don't know, like, you don't have to tell the audience anything, just show them and let them put it together. And there's a craft to filmmaking, even if it's just shooting a close-up of like a shoe falling or something, and it's like there's the intent behind it.
I always think of, when you think of that conversation, I think of the mirror shot from Contact.
Yeah, where she's running and then it opens. And
yeah, like that shot is still discussed to this day. You know what I mean? And it's such a great, like, first of all, the creativity to think of something like that. But like you talk about the intention, like there's an art to that. There's a craft. There's like you have many departments working together to accomplish that shot. You know what I mean? And it's just it's something like lost to that. There's none of that. Like I feel like anymore, everything is a wide. I mean, it's a coverage, and then they move.
It's coverage, and I feel like people forgot how to shoot and don't know how to compose great wide shots. Like Spielberg's the master of basically oneers in a way. Like, you know, J.J. Abrams is like the only one who can kind of copy it, but the whole like, let's do this in a one take, but I'm going to move the camera. We're going to get 5 different angles. We're going to go from a wide to a 2-shot to a close-up to a profile. Like Spielberg is like, when it comes to filming,
I think you and I talked about this before with just like, I think he's still the master of blocking. You know what I mean? Like everybody is, everything in the shot is so intentionally placed, and all the movements are so intentional, and it just creates this movement and this flow that's not so apparent that it takes you out of it, but it feels incredibly natural.
Have you seen what Soderbergh did with Raiders of the Lost Ark? Steven Soderbergh, I think on his blog or something, you can find it somewhere. He took Raiders of the Lost Ark and made it black and white. And his whole intention was to take the color out so you can focus on the staging and the blocking and how great Spielberg did this movie. But you only really notice it if you really take the color out, so it's not distracting you.
Yeah. Well, I always think of like the bar scene in Raiders. You know, when you meet when you meet or when you're introduced to Miriam. It's a Miriam. It's
Miriam.
Miriam. Yeah. That whole, and then into that fight scene. You know what I mean? Like with the shadows and all, it's so good, man. That whole scene. And then even, it's the littlest of detail, but my favorite thing with Spielberg is the punch sound.
The punch.
The certain sound of the punches, that loud, like, psh,
he does. He has, I know people hate this movie, but in the Crystal Skull, when they're in the tent talking and you see like they're shot behind these sheer curtains, but it's like a shadow over the shadow. Kind of a shot.
But even Kingdom of Crystal Skull, the introduction of Indy in that movie is great. You don't see the hat and then the hand pickup and the camera glides up to see. It's awesome, man. Like it's good. And I thought James Mangold did a good enough job with Dial of Destiny.
I still have yet to see that, to be honest. I'm nervous to see it, so I haven't seen it, but I need to.
It was very, I mean, you can't, how do you follow in the footsteps of Spielberg? And I think he did it in the best way you could, you know. But like for me, honestly, I love Ready Player One.
Oh,
I still need to see that.
That movie is
so
amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
I hated it when I first saw it, but it grew on me because I was so like one-sided about it because it was just the CGI and blah blah blah. And then a couple of years later, I gave it another chance, and I was like, "This movie's amazing."
Yeah, dude. I always tear up at the end scene after he wins the game or whatever, and they're in the bedroom.
Oh, with the egg. Like, are you gonna take it or not?
Dude, that whole scene, the music, like Alan Silvestri's score is incredible. That movie, yeah, there's a ton of CGI, but it's really good, man.
The more you watch it, the less you see it, and you're just ingrained in the characters.
Well, that's what's so great is like I feel like Ready Player One, the real stuff almost feels like VR. Like there's a certain look to it where like the transition between the two is super smooth. It's not jarring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it to me over the years it's gotten a lot better, and the 4K looks great, obviously, you know, clearly. But yeah, man, Spielberg I actually have to go visit. I think I told you guys before, they have a plaque for him in the town over from me because he lived here briefly, and he attended the Westmont Theater a lot, which is now a Planet Fitness.
Ironic.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah, they converted into a Planet Fitness. So yeah. I don't know. But yeah, they have a plaque for him there. And he talks about it in his a couple of his books that I've read growing up there. Did you guys see The Fabelmans?
Not yet, no.
No.
Very good. Very, in my opinion, like untraditional Spielberg, but still very good. David Lynch makes a great appearance at the end of that movie.
Yeah, I've seen that scene
on
YouTube about if the horizon's this way. Yeah, the whole horizon thing, which I still don't even as a filmmaker, that the whole horizon thing, it's like a math equation. I'm trying to wrap my head around.
There's a couple movies though that I've discovered in the last year purely off of like Blind Buy that I have to recommend real quick. Both of them are from Criterion. One was called Wildfire, and it was directed by Paul Dano. Jake Gyllenhaal is in it. Fantastic movie about just basically like life in I believe it's the late 60s. We see pretty much this family dynamic fall apart from the view of a 14-year-old. And it's awesome. Okay. It's really good, dude. And Paul Dano it's an adaptation of a book, but still my favorite Blind Buy of the last years is a movie called The Worst Person in the World.
I want to see that so bad.
Oh my God, dude. I
want to see that. That's the one with the girl running and when the streets, everybody's frozen and everything. Yeah, I want to see that.
Dude, that movie was an experience unlike any. And that's funny because years later, well, I think I saw that movie about a year ago, but then she's in A Different Man. If you ever seen, I don't know if you guys have seen that yet.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
Where he plays the severely disformed actor, or he gets it like removed, and it's a credit. A24 put it out. It won a bunch of awards and stuff like that. But she's in that. She's incredible in that as well.
Are there any Criterion pickups you're eyeing for July?
Nora.
Yeah, Nora, Thief, Sorcerer.
I'm tempted to get a Nora before then. I don't know.
It's only $31 right now on Amazon. Like it's not that expensive. But I'm still gonna wait.
Sorcerer is definitely one.
Barry Lyndon is top for me.
Yeah,
Barry
that's
Lyndon.
another one.
Oh yeah, Barry Lyndon.
I was talking to Chase about this earlier. I was like, the 4 I'm getting in July, like the main 4 are Nora, Barry Lyndon, Risky Business, and finally getting Double Indemnity.
Risky
Double
Business is so
Indemnity
good.
is really good, and so is Risky Business.
Yeah, I have the Blu-ray of Double Indemnity, but I want to get that 4K.
I want to get it. Came out a little bit ago. All That Money Can Buy. I was reading about that. That one looks really good.
My favorite thing to do with the Criterion sale is to go in with like the 2 that I want, and then I can't say the name. Utumama.
I can't say it either. Yeah, but I know the movie. Yeah,
that's Alfonso Cuarón directed that. That's a great movie. My favorite thing to do is to just go in and kind of like pick up at least like 2 or 3 blind buy. Like I'll just go through the shelves and whatever gets my attention, I'll end up buying it. They're putting out a lot of. So I was at Barnes and Noble the other day. They had a ton of like John Woo's Japanese films for like 30% off on Criterion that I didn't even know were out. They had a lot of, like, my Barnes and Noble is very good. And the problem with the Criterion sale is that if I get there 2 days after it started, the section's like blown out.
Yeah,
really?
It's
so Triangle of Sadness is one I've been eyeing for a long time. And the thing I love about the Criterion sale too is that my wife really gets into going and kind of seeing what's there. You know what I mean? Because like most 98% of what I buy is online. But to go to Barnes and Noble with her and, you know, be able to go through the Criterion collection. And then we always both of us end up with a stack of titles. And then we have to sit there for 20 minutes and figure out what we're going to buy this time. And
have you seen Triangle of Sadness?
No, I've just been like incredibly, since it came out on Criterion. Since it came out, every sale I've picked it up at least 4 times, and then I always end up putting it down.
That was kind of a one and done for me. It's 3 stories in one. I feel like the second story is my favorite story. That's the one with Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's got 3 stories.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
It was interesting. It was very interesting.
I think I'm gonna pick up 7 Samurai this time around. That's another one. Every time I go, I pick that up, and then I end up. This last year, though, I'm excited because the last sale, which one was that? November?
Yeah.
My Barnes & Noble had like really crazy stuff in stock they never had before. Like they had Salo, like 120 Days of Sodom that I picked. They had In the Realm of the Senses. They had a ton of stuff that I had never seen in store before that I ended up buying.
Every time I go to a Barnes & Noble, I always feel like I'm going to jump on. I need to pick up some A24 movies because they have them like right there. Like I need to get Heretic. And there was I want to see Love Life.
Baby Girl, bro.
It's good. Brian, you would like it.
You need Baby Girl.
Speaking of 7 Samurai,
did you a glass of milk?
You don't want to get the BFI one?
I looked at that.
I think it's loaded. Holy hell.
I'm not going to get the 4K of 7 Samurai. I'm just going to get the Blu-ray from Criterion. You know, at half off, it'll be like, what, probably like $15.
15 to 20, somewhere in there.
Brian, have you seen Choose Me? 1984's Choose Me?
No, I keep seeing that poster though everywhere.
I know.
I see the
good.
Did I haven't seen it.
The poster is great. The cover is great. I just saw it the other. Like I picked it up in the store, and the cover is like, you want to talk about a cover that like draws me in.
I know that one's on my list too. And then the new Godzilla versus, was it Biollante?
Yeah.
Yep,
that's the new one.
Yep, that's the only other one I could think of.
Yeah,
I haven't. No,
I know Q is really big in those films.
What, Godzilla?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Godzilla. I so badly. One day I will spend the money. I want that Bergman set that they put out, but it's like $300. Yeah,
what, is it all of his films?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like that Haneke set.
Can you buy them separate? You can buy them separately, right?
Yeah, but by the time you buy each one separately, you're going to be
probably
above the set of the box.
That's true.
So right now, it is on Amazon. I showed my wife not too long ago. I was like, I want this set one day. Where is the collection at? Because he's a director that I know a couple of his titles, but I would love to just explore deeper. And if I have the box set, I would be much more likely to like really dive into it. Bergman box set. Let's see if this thing is still.
Box set I just keep having in my cart, but I haven't pulled the trigger on because it's so cheap on Amazon right now for like what it is. Because I think you get an extra 30% off. It's that Nico Master.
Yeah, the Nico Mastoricus set.
Yeah, the 6 movie Blu-ray collection. It's $50 on Amazon plus 30% off of that.
You know what's funny? I don't have the 30% off coupon for it because I looked at picking it up, but I don't have when I pull it up on Amazon, it's $49.99, but I don't see the 30% off coupon.
I have mine right here has the 30% off.
Clip and save up to 30. How?
I don't know. But hold on, I'll tell you how much it is.
What set is this? Nico.
Because I really liked License to Kill. That was actually really good. But all his other movies are on Tubi, so I kind of want to watch them before buying them. But after checkout, it's only $37.88.
Dude, that's such a good deal.
Are any of you guys big on John Cassavetes?
I haven't watched Incubus yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot you picked that up.
I got Incubus. I haven't watched that yet, so I don't know. I did watch part of it. I wasn't in the mood for it because I feel like I had to pay attention to it. It wasn't something you could just put on in the background. But I don't know too many John Cassavetes movies.
A Woman Under Influence is really good, and The Killing of a Chinese Bookie is that's up there with one of my favorite films.
I saw a movie 2 days ago. I bought it 4 minutes and 20 seconds into watching this. I found it's only on DVD.
Okay.
I watched it on Amazon or Tubi. It was called Virtual Sexuality. It was I know it sounds
like a winner.
Yeah. That's a Brian movie for sure.
But it's not anything like what you think it is. It's a British movie from 1999, 2000. Bro, some of the best cinema, so creative and how it's shot, just for that time period. And then it made me miss the wardrobe from the early 2000s and shit. It's good.
Damn. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're okay. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that Bergman set is considered. It just is unavailable on their website. It's normally $300, and it has 30 discs.
Only 300. That's it.
It's 30 discs. It's everything ranging from 1946 to 2003 from him. Damn.
Is anyone picking up Stripes in 4K?
I haven't yet. I know Chase got that in today, the Steelbook. I want to pick it up. I'm going to probably wait till it goes down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was $50, $55, $60.
That's a lot.
Less than that. It's way less than that now. I think.
Oh, okay. From what I saw, it was I think it was that on Amazon. Last I looked. But it probably went down since then.
Stripes 4K is I put strips and it brought me to strip tees. It's only $32.99.
Okay, it went down then because last I saw it was expensive.
I'm waiting so I rewatched Kingdom of Heaven. I watched it twice because I'm kind of furious about the director's cut only getting a 4K and not the theatrical cut. Because they're both really good, but I prefer the pacing of the theatrical cut. But I watched it twice. I forgot how much I love that. Oh god, Kingdom of Heaven is so good.
That was sold out on Amazon earlier today. I was gonna pre-order.
I'm not gonna get the Steelbook. I'm going to import that one from the UK and get the slip because I want to put my theatrical cut Blu-ray in the case, and I can't do that with the Steelbook. I'm gonna get the slip edition from the UK. Which I hope Orbit or maybe Movie Room will get it, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will have it.
But I think it's weird that the Disney movies, we're only getting the Steelbooks, but the UK is also getting a Steelbook and a slip version.
Interesting.
Anybody pick up Lilo and Stitch on 4K?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I want to.
I just want to know if they censored the washing machine.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. That's literally all I know about it is that scene.
Wow, I didn't know that. They need to give us 2 cuts.
They need to. They got so much stuff. Did any of y'all get Tombstone?
Yeah, I did.
Of course you did, Jordan. But I mean,
of course, it's my favorite Western.
No, I'm okay watching that on just on.
Jordan doesn't buy anything for less than $60.
Okay, Not even.
Frank doesn't buy anything for less than $60.
I'll say that. I went to Goodwill the other day and bought a couple of Blu-rays for $2. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Totaled $60.
Yeah. So I got 30 Blu-rays. $60.
Where's that in your haul videos?
No, I didn't pick up that many. I got 2. It was last month or something like that. I got Lights Out, and
I need to get Lights Out.
It was Return of Jafar and the King of Thieves, the 2-pack I bought.
Oh, did you get that at Goodwill? Nice. That one's kind of expensive too. You got an out of print, like expensive one.
Yeah, I mean, no slipcover or anything, but I mean, I still. Speaking of out of print Blu-rays, a Goofy movie. That's the one that I really want to get.
I want an extremely Goofy movie. Please.
I don't want to pay $250 for.
You think that's coming out soon? Because didn't they have that documentary?
They did.
Interesting.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. I don't think they would.
I don't know. I feel like they're still testing the waters with their releases. They're being very strategic in what they pick. I think they're picking a little bit more prestigious things right now, or like. I don't know. With Disney, it's kind of hard to tell.
I think we're getting The Rock this year.
We need The Rock. I will buy that Steelbook and I will buy the UK Slip import. I will buy them both because they're going to have different artwork on it.
Did anyone get Dirty Harry?
In my opinion, the Steelbook.
I think I got it. I can't remember.
He buys so much stuff. He doesn't know.
Good problems to have.
Yeah, good problems.
Hey, not much. I need to buy a new truck, so I don't know. That probably be slowing down here pretty soon.
The whole Steelbook thing from Disney, in my opinion, is I get why they're doing it. I think it's a terrible, terrible thing. Though I do not like Steelbooks, and I'm not going to buy. I don't care how bad I like. If the Rocky came out on 4K, I'm not buying a Steelbook of it. I'm not if it's the only one, I'm not buying it. I'm not
like Kingdom of Heaven. I'm not buying that Steelbook. Tombstone, if I get it, most likely I'm going to find the UK Slip because I like the artwork on the Steelbook, but I'm not paying those prices. I saw it today at a movie trading company for $64.99. I'm like, no, go F yourself. No,
I'm not doing that. There's no way.
I mean, I feel it's not just them, Sony too, because A Knight's Tale is like $41 right now.
But Sony's in charge of Disney's physical distribution.
Yeah, but I don't think
are they in charge of the sales and the cost.
A Knight's Tale's not Disney though, is it?
No, but I'm saying, but Sony's probably going to follow the same model they're going to do with the Disney physical releases.
Yeah, true. Yeah, Knight's Tale's Columbia, so that's Sony. Yeah, they're gonna. Because it's working with the Disney thing. So
well, that's the thing is like this, like people like me can say like I'm not going to do it, but it's so funny, man, because I see people all the time complaining about the prices of Steelbooks, but like they're the first person to show them off to buy them, and it's like they're only going to keep doing that if you keep buying them. So they're going to keep raising the prices. They're going to keep charging you more and more and more for the Steelbooks, and then at what point?
But they're going to complain about Reanimator costs.
Yeah. Because Reanimator 4K was $80, but meanwhile they just paid $80 for a Steelbook.
Deadpool Wolverine.
Like, come on, like it just
doesn't make. Got like Lionsgate Limited, who's only putting out like the editions on Steelbook and not like.
Yeah.
Two. I just don't like how fragile Steelbooks are. That's really That's really the only thing.
I agree. I mean, William Driver, I like Steelbooks. I do. But like I'll usually wait if they get too expensive. Some I won't, like Tombstone. That's my favorite movie. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, I mean, people can buy whatever they want. Like if you're happy doing that, then I fully, I'll support you, and that's cool. I just won't. You know what I mean?
There's some movies that have just only come out in Steelbook format.
That's what I think is weird.
Like Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Taxi Driver only got a Steelbook. So I'm like, well, it's either I get this or I don't have a choice.
But I mean, think about it though.
Like Stripes only got a Steelbook. A Knight's Tale so far only has a Steelbook.
Let's see what else.
There's a bunch of different, like you have Second Sight, right? Second Sight puts out collectors editions. They put out their things like collectors. They include all this extra stuff, right? To give you a great presentation. They're charging $40.
Yep.
Disney knows that there's a collector market for steelbooks that'll cough up the money because that's what they like, and that's fine. But Disney looks at it from hey, we're just going to make money off this. Like, put it in a steelbook. Don't put anything new on there and charge them $60.
Well, it was the same thing with like Panic Room and The Social Network. Both of those, they only got steelbook releases, and which was kind of odd because Seven had a standalone, like just your standard release, and then had the 4K, or like it was like a digipack, but still, it's like at least it gives you options. That didn't make any sense to me. And then
Venture's got the worst packaging ever.
Which one?
Always has. Venture has the worst packaging.
I know. I'm like,
dude, that steelbook drives me nuts. The backside of that steelbook is
for which one?
Hot garbage of 7.
Same with though, like Scream Factory. Scream Factory wouldn't be putting out 3 editions of Return of the Living Dead on 4K steelbook if nobody bought the first 2 or the second one. You know what I mean? Like they keep doing that.
Is there a market though for like to continue to keep releasing them? I guess maybe it's just not for me, but
well, it seems like what they'll do is they did their own, then they did like Amazon exclusive ones, then Walmart jumps in. Now Walmart's, putting their hat in the ring with all their exclusive steelbooks. So it's kind of seems what they're doing.
I'm just a fan of the artwork on some of the Shout and Scream steals, personally.
What do you guys think of the artwork for Ace Ventura? I've heard some mixed things on that one.
Well, did you read the thing that Mexifunk put out a thing saying he couldn't do a full picture of?
Yeah, they're the licensing things with the face. I found out about that through Arrow. Somebody in my comments was like, Arrow only does silhouettes because they don't have the rights to put a face or something on it.
That makes sense.
I'm not knocking it. It just isn't for me. That's all. I didn't care for the design, but
it took me a while to figure out the bird was sitting on top of his hair.
No, I mean I don't know, man. I mean, I have no problem coughing up money for something that I really, really want.
Sorry, that's funny.
Like,
is that a reference to the end of the movie, Jeff? Are you spoiling the end of the movie?
That's true.
Yeah, that's
we're
exactly
telling they want to be making more.
That's exactly it. Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jordan, you and I are also the guy who spent, we're the guys who spent $110 on Caligula. So, but to the argument, to argue that you're getting so much stuff with it. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll cough up the money all day if you're going to give me what I feel is my value for it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to give me, if Second Sight, like I just paid $52 for the Second Sight edition of The Nice Guys. I justified every dollar of that by looking at that set. I cannot justify a $52 steelbook that gives me nothing new, and I already own one of that movie on the same format. You know what I mean?
You bought it for that 150-page hardbound book.
The Haneke box set. I mean, that's another one.
That's worth every penny of that $230. I think
$240.
So, dude, like, it's worth every penny, man. Everybody.
For what are you talking about? What's 200?
Umbrella's Michael Haneke set. Director of Funny Games.
Scott, I think it has every single movie except the Funny Games remake because they just added the last few that they needed, but they can't get the remake. Yeah. But dude, it comes with a canvas poster too, which is crazy.
I'm debating on Daybreakers.
Didn't Lionsgate Limited just announce a steelbook for that?
Yep.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did.
Or they're teasing it.
I pre-ordered the Umbrella one. But
it's just so expensive with shipping from them and everything, and then you gotta wait. It's more of an inconvenience. Like, I don't know if I'll ever buy directly from. I say that I might, but
well, Brian, that's why you have to get in our group buy.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't know about the group buy.
We have a group buy coming up here.
Same way, I didn't know that Chris canceled this summer's Terrifier thing until y'all's podcast left.
Well, that was, dude. We're trying. So we're everything.
It's okay. I didn't know about it either.
It's still gonna happen.
It's
right,
still
Chris?
I'm over here watching Terrifier 2 like 20 times. Get him.
Well, then Brian, you're just gonna be an expert.
I just can't wait for Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yep.
I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be hot and sweaty.
It's always like
that's what Chris told me, at least.
The summer, hot summer sounds.
Yeah. Me googling me on YouTube looking at the hot summer sounds. I'm like, what's that sound like? I think a Seal song came up. I was like, if we just played this in the background of the episode the whole time,
I wouldn't question it.
Well, it's like, you know what the Terrifier thing was, Brian? We initially the idea was to do all 3 Terrifier movies like in a close range, and then like people don't, and it's okay, but people don't realize the amount of work that goes into one episode, meaning the research.
Yeah.
And the thought of having to do research and everything for all 3 Terrifier movies to record in 1 month felt like
it's a little overwhelming. Yeah.
So, they made Vestron website exclusive now. Is that why May is not available on Amazon?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't know about this.
Whoa. I still am gonna roll with that second site for May.
Question to go back to Terrified, to what we were talking about earlier with that box set that's 40% off now. Do y'all think that's not selling just because they printed way too many?
Yes.
Or because the fourth
20,000.
Oh no, I think it's a combination of both, because I'm sure they have to offload all these before the inevitable announcement of the 4-pack box set.
Yeah, I think they did print way too many.
20,000. That's 20,000 units. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no wonder it's 40% off, and they're just sending it to everybody.
It was like it was giving me what was that Texas Chainsaw Massacre chainsaw? That's giving me vibes of that, where I know there was like a
$300.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for Christian. He jumped on that so quick and got burnt. Oh, well, they all did. Whoever bought it.
That's
that was so confusing to me from them, because like gone are the days of like getting away with that shit. Like you're gonna get called out for it. People are gonna know. People are gonna share it. And then what? 6 months after it came out, then they do like a half off sale, and it was like $120 or something. And people were like, "Well, I just spent $260 on this." You know what I mean? Like, or whatever they can. Or like at conventions, they were selling it for like way cheaper. I don't know. That was a weird thing, man. So
have you ever
like a handful of them?
Yeah, and I've tried to order from Orbit, and they go so fast.
That's how I got my Intruder, was from Orbit.
With Orbit, I usually wait until. Well, I pre-ordered my Lethal Weapon through Orbit, but I usually wait until they show on Instagram it's in stock, so they'll ship it like right away. I usually do that.
Yeah,
and especially now with the whole it's like you said, Chris, the Nightmare on Elm Street box set is on sale for $30 something bucks. Like I remember when that was like gone, sold out, you can't get it, it's $80, and
I know
it's this whole FOMO thing, and you start to realize.
Well, especially on titles like that, they're not just going to print a very small amount, because they're going to want to get milk as much as they can out of those titles, because they can.
That's why I'm waiting until we see what the whole Nightmare on Elm Street collection is going to look like in different versions before before pulling the trigger on one thing that, if you don't buy it by February 10th, you're not gonna, whatever that BS was that Zabby tried to pull, it's still going to be available in 2 years, guarantee you, because that's an expensive, very niche thing.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. And look at the Neverending Story. Still, it's like a $200. Granted, it's one movie versus 7 movies, but it's still, it's a very niche thing.
Well, I think another example of things people freaking out. I mean, even look at Umbrella. They're re-releasing their collector's editions again, and they're numbered.
Yeah, you kind of made me upset with that one.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so they've been kind of restocking some of their collector's editions. That's how I got Monkey Shines and like Stigmata.
Do
And
they
those
count
released?
that?
Yeah,
How did I
they
miss that?
redid Stigmata and they re-released Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the
Man.
Universe. They Primer. They re-released that for a short bit. I want to say they did Kids. I could be wrong.
Oh,
but I
please
know,
don't do that to
I
me,
know.
man.
I told Chris. I feel like I saw it one time.
How did they redo their numbers though?
Honestly, I'm convinced that they just add more numbers. like let's say they released one with 2,000 units. I'm convinced they released it like, you know, whatever, a year later, and they say there's 2,500 units. Or unless they're purposely holding some back.
2,500 is not going to meet.
I would say, or you manufacture 2,000, you sell 1,500, you hold on to 500.
And yeah, and that's the only other thing I could think of. I'm holding off for Blood and Honey 1. Hopefully they bring that back out.
Man,
you bought Stigmata like just right after I bought Stigmata, and when I bought it, they did. It was just, which I'm happy with just a slip, but I would have loved the box.
I mean, it was maybe a month, and maybe
it was very short after.
But I saw it from a Facebook group. Someone said that they're up and they're going quick, and I bought my Stigmata, and it instantly sold out again.
Yeah, I mean, my Stigmata umbrella box is one of the things that's in my sale pile. I didn't love that movie as much as I thought.
Oh, really?
Wait, you have the box set?
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Honestly, I thought about just sending it to you.
I'm thinking about just making an outer box for it because it's the same slip and everything in the original artwork, but I don't know. Because I have the slip version.
It's got a booklet.
Honestly, bro. Same with honestly, Brian, we'll work out something.
I gotta get yours because I gotta get your address because Night Train comes tomorrow, and then I don't see myself. I don't know if I'll like that movie. I kind of bought it.
Oh man!
Well, I
hope you do like it.
we'll chat tomorrow. You can have Stigmata. Yeah. We'll figure it out. Yeah,
you
like
guys...
even Zombie from Arrow. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because it's gonna come in stock, and then I can buy it and it'll ship immediately. It's not gonna be gone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like this stuff.
Yeah.
As much as I like the second site titles, I like pre-ordering because there is a chance that they have sold out before, but then like Creep is still around. A lot of them are still around.
I think one like High Tension that seemed to go quick, if I remember correctly.
What about this one?
That's like
that's a great one. I love that.
Dude, that one. I was so mad because you guys told me when I think I was like planning on picking that up on my next order, and you guys were like, "It's sold out." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Dude, Intruder is so fucking good.
The only thing I'm upset about that is you don't get the director's cut in the Umbrella release, but Synapse you do with their release.
Is there that big a difference though?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I wouldn't know.
Dude, I can't wait for that Full Moon box set volume 2.
I feel like
looks so nice. Yep.
The only announcements I get excited for are Second Sight anymore. Like
because Second Sight, it's an event on the Second Sight. I think
it's like an event to me. I'm like, oh yes, let's go because they'll drop like 2. You know what I mean?
So what do you guys think? I mean, do you think that Possession could be coming soon?
I think so. I think in the fall, maybe.
When do they announce? When are their announcements? Shouldn't it be now-ish?
Well, they skip months sometimes, so it's very possible they skip this month.
Jordan, what if it was The Fly and Possession?
Man,
it's about to be dusted.
I don't know what I would do.
Brian was talking about Marvel earlier. Like it'd be like the end of Infinity War. You're just dusted, man.
Yeah. Pretty much.
There's one movie from. Do y'all buy anything from Imprint?
Mm-mm.
I have 2 titles from Imprint. That's it.
They have
Suspiria and the Blair Witch.
I do. Never mind. You're right. I didn't hear anyone talk about Suspiria.
The Suspiria release of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
the remake of Suspiria.
Yeah.
Well, you really knocked that table, bro.
No, I hit my tripod with my foot. That was
Jordan. By the way, the cut of Intruder on that umbrella release is the director's cut.
Oh, it is? Because I thought it just said theatrical on it, but
the director's cut is just like the standard now for the Blu-ray release.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Are you talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife got me that.
Yeah.
I have that one.
Artwork.
The only two I have are that, and then I have the Warriors.
I just my synapse of the original Suspiria shipped today.
Oh yeah, that's a great 4K.
We should just do a group watch together.
Still not a fan of that Suspiria remake though.
No. So who is asking about Imprint? I'm sorry. I know I probably cut you off.
I was just at there's a black and white movie I want to get. It's called Ivy. It's from like the 40s. They released a trailer and I was like, this cinematography is like blowing me away.
Dude, I have to show you, Brian. I'll have to send you pictures. I just got a title from Deaf Crocodile. Convoy.
Convoy is one of the best looking 4Ks I have. Now me and Chase have two different versions. So he has the Imprint one, which has Dolby Vision. I have the Studio Canal. The same transfer. It's just mine only has I have the UK Steelbook, which is just HDR, but looks fantastic. And Kino is finally releasing that. That is if you're into 70s movies, it's a really good transfer. And it's got freaking Chris Christopherson, who's like the coolest character ever, you know?
Dude, I have to show you. I just got a release from Deaf Crocodile. I'll be making a post about it in a couple of days. The movie's called Inflatable Sex Doll: The Wastelands. And it's a Japanese, like, not really an exploitation movie, but semi. Dude, every frame of this movie is beautiful. And it was made in 1967, shot in black and white. It blew me away, man. Like, absolutely blew me away.
I'll have to look that trailer up. What's it called again?
Inflatable Sex Doll: The Wastelands.
Don't search my history, people.
The
Hot Summer remake, Day. Got that.
The Suspiria remake is in Amazon Studios? I didn't know that.
Yeah, by Deaf Crocodile. What was
Jordan? Suspiria, the remake is in Amazon.
Yeah,
Studio.
that and You Were Never Really Here.
I knew that one was.
Yeah, both of them were Amazon. Yeah. Yeah, Suspiria remake, not really. You know, not really a big
I kind of want to get the Stir of Echoes imprint.
Kevin Bacon, man.
What's wrong with Kevin Bacon?
Nothing
you don't like him in Tremors?
I like him in Hollow Man.
Yeah.
His best role.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Him and Maxine is great. He's wild in Maxine.
Wait, so isn't Hollow Man getting a 4K? Why do I feel like I heard something about that?
It needs to get a 4K.
Yeah, that I got that the Blu-ray Steelbook.
I got Walmart from Walmart.
Yeah, it was not that, and the Anaconda were not good.
Dude, I was just more pissed that I bought that version, and that version for the Walmart version didn't have the special features, but the normal Blu-ray does have the special features. I was so mad, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait because I know a 4K is coming. So.
And then Kickboxer, I got all three of those, and then Kickboxer, like not too long after that, got a 4K announcement. I'm like, oh, okay, well, just fuck me, I guess. You know,
I have the 88 Films release of Hollow Man 1 and 2. Was that 88 Films?
Oh, I had no idea.
88 101.
88 did the Anacondas. Then
it's 101. Somebody did a Hollow Man 1 and 2 box set, a Region B.
Which I think 88's the only company right now where you can get Anacondas 2 Blood Orchard on Blu-ray. It's not available any other place on Blu-ray, and it's not in a standalone. You got to get like the 4 movie.
So Hollow Man 1 and 2 is from
Hollow Man 2.
Yeah, 88 Films.
Have you ever tried to watch Hollow Man 2?
Yeah, this one here from 88 Films.
Dear God.
Oh, I didn't know they did that. Okay.
Yeah, they did 1 and 2 in a collector's edition, a box set.
I did not know that.
$38 on eBay right now.
Speaking of Hollow Man 2, I'm gonna have to hop off
Yeah.
here in a sec. That's
Yeah, me
my
too.
segue out of here.
That movie's trash. Chris, I know I've asked you this before, but speaking of inflatable sex dolls, have you in Japanese movies? Have you seen anti-porn? I'm gonna keep.
Oh gosh, is this how we're gonna end the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, inflatable sex dolls and anti-pornos.
It's on my list right now. I have a little pile of like to be watched next to my Blu-ray player as like I can't grab anything off the shelf until I watch them, and The Handmaiden has officially made it into that pile.
I have a video coming out hopefully soon. I have to do some research on it because it's Japanese in a way, but I had to ask a friend of mine in Japan like how to say this term. It's a term, and I have a whole video that's kind of inspired by how you do your Instagram videos, but I'm trying to make it for YouTube, where it's more of like talking and showing instead of like more voiceover stuff. But I think you might find it intriguing. I don't want to give too much away, but it's similar to like everything you're talking about.
I want to, by the way, I have to find that release of Castaway from 88 Films.
It's a good transfer.
I've never seen it. You just this movie has so much nudity remark made me want to buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 20. Oh, never mind, sold out. Never mind. Okay.
It'll come back. Their stuff comes back in stock.
Yeah, that's one that I.
Does the Orbit not have like where'd you?
Diabolic was out of stock.
It should still be available on like Amazon. I don't know. Do you buy stuff from Amazon UK?
I never have, but I can.
I bought a few stuff from there. They're pretty good actually.
I just remember the first time I ever changed my my country on Amazon, I accidentally switched it to like Japanese, and then I couldn't figure out how to get back to change it because it was all
the Japanese one is so.
I was like, what the fuck, dude? How do I find this shit?
Yeah, no, it's available on Amazon UK for 13 euros plus $9 shipping.
So what's that conversion?
Like $20 or something. I don't know.
Oh, damn. Okay. How is shipping from Amazon? It's just like shipping from like how you get from 88 Films, right?
Yeah. Takes about a week. So it depends. If you're buying it directly from Amazon or if you're like buying it from a seller on Amazon, it's different.
Oh yeah. A week, bro. I ain't got a week. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
You get it faster than me. You're in New Jersey. It's just right there.
My Jordan knows my stuff loves to not ever make it to my.
Oh yeah, you're Caligula.
No, it was terrible.
He was just mad.
Oh, was it Terrifier?
Because his Playboy in Caligula didn't show up fast enough.
Listen, bro. First of all, there's no room.
It's not even Playboy, so.
What?
It's Penthouse. Okay, if you're gonna,
my bad.
If you're gonna insult us, do it right.
Rest in peace, Larry Flint. I'm sorry. I almost bought that VHS today.
Hey, he funded that movie, all right.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Put some respect on its name.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go to bed. I have to wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Eastern.
I gotta head out too. So.
All right, guys.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, well,
It's been real.
it was fun.
Later.
Later,
Guys, have a good one. See ya.